Welcome to the Smark Foundation podcast. I'm Aaron. This is Adam.
Oh, hi, Marks.
And we are here with our WWE WrestleMania Night 2 watch along. Um, Night 1 was interesting, to say the least. Um, the wrestling was okay. Um, I like Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, I think, the best out of everything for last night. The
Even
main
over
event
the
show,
main event, really. Because I,
yeah,
I heard that
yeah,
the main event was really good.
it was really good. I'm a Punk guy. We all know that.
Yeah.
And Seth won because Paul Heyman betrayed everybody. Um,
I mean, that's a very Paul Heyman thing to
it
do.
is a very Paul Heyman thing to do. And then somebody reminded me today that he also betrayed him in the ladder match in 2013. That Punk had also
Yeah.
betrayed, or Paul betrayed Punk back then. So I had forgotten about that. But yeah,
It's true.
it wasn't a bad
That's what set up
show.
the match with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't a bad show. It they didn't a lot of video packages and stuff. I think it's probably because I have uh, my Peacock has commercials. Um, but I think that they didn't like do anything super controversial. No Hulk Hogan, no anybody else who shall not be named. They didn't trot out any of those people.
Yeah, we're
Um,
knocking on wood that they don't show up here.
yeah, we are, and we have contingencies in place for that, folks, just in case.
You
Just so
do.
you know.
I mean, I honestly gave it some thought, and I'm thinking he's probably not going to show up because, like, that kind of, I know the dude's impulsive, but, like, this kind of thing takes coordination. Like weeks, if not months of coordination.
Hmm.
And we hadn't heard anything regarding that beforehand. So, I mean, he showed up at the Super Bowl though. I don't know. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, well, he's got this big Easter egg thing going on today at the White House, so hopefully that's he stays there. Um, hell, that's all I
Yeah.
can think. Like I know he's impulsive and he
Yeah.
likes to fly across the country whenever he fucking feels like it, but I also hope he just stays there today.
Yeah.
Um, I will say this though, to the credit of WWE fans who are not terminally online, okay? Um, I know that like a lot of the problems that are created and a lot of the discussions and debates and arguments that happen are because there are a section of AEW and WWE fans who are terminally online. They're like us. We are too.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I am saying
Yeah.
though is that oftentimes the terminally online fan is not completely in tune with the people who are in the venue. Um,
Yeah. Especially something like this where there's a huge international contingent.
yeah. And I will tell you this to the credit of the WWE fans, they did trot out one controversial person last night because they show the celebrities in the crowd and stuff, right? So they
Yeah.
did it. They did like their first break where they're showing celebrities. They showed like I think Macaulay Culkin because he's a huge WWE and wrestling fan in general. I think he just really
Yeah.
likes wrestling. Um,
Yeah. His brother is even Kieran, who just won an Oscar, is even more so, if you can believe it.
mhm.
Like he on Freddie Prinze on his excellent podcast, by the way. I like listening to Freddie. Freddie knows wrestling. He's really really good friends with Kieran Culkin, and he's like, yeah, like I worked for the WWE for a while, and he's like, he knew WWE better than I knew WWE when I worked there. So yeah, those Culkins, they love their wrestlings.
Yeah, but they did like a 3-pack. They showed him, and then they showed Rick Rubin because of course Rick Rubin is at WrestleMania because he's always at WrestleMania, and I love Rick Rubin. I
Yeah.
have a personal like as somebody who's been a producer and I've been in the music business for a long time and done all that stuff. Rick Rubin is like a god to me.
And he's a well-known wrestling fan too. He
Yeah,
funded Jim Cornette's Smoky Mountain Wrestling, for
yeah, he did,
goodness sake.
he did.
Little known
Um,
fact. But
so
yeah,
at
he
the
and Cornette are actually friends. Who
right,
knew?
so Culkin and Rick Rubin get this big pop. I mean, people are loving that they oh shit, it's Macaulay Culkin and Rick Rubin, and then they flip over to Dana White. And I hate that they
Dirtbag.
did that, but to the WWE fan credit, man, they treated him just like they treated Hogan. They
Uh,
booed him like he's smiling at like the
uh,
one guy who's clapping for him.
Yeah.
But everybody, like you could 50,000, 60,000 something strong, you could hear to just boo.
Like I know that you can't you can only glean so much from a reaction like that, but it does give me hope that
Yeah.
the blue sky bubble that we're in, as much as I love being on blue sky way more than on Twitter, it isn't, they just want to watch wrestling. They're
Yeah.
not, they don't want it marred by all this outside crap. And boy, howdy, was there a lot of outside crap this week leading into WrestleMania.
Mhm.
WWE shooting itself PR wise
Oh my
in the
God.
foot over and over and over and over. Like there was literally like 5 straight days where somebody said something stupid or somebody made an admission that I mean, in our bubble, it
Yeah.
clearly didn't go over well. I have no
No.
idea what it's like in the outside
No.
world because it's
See,
not the bubble I'm in. I
here,
try to keep it level, but like,
yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, for me, it's like it's better. Like okay, like I'm the WWE guy on the podcast. I defend WWE a little bit in that I just like wrestling.
right.
But yeah, a lot of shit this week happened that I found indefensible. Like I can't go and be
Completely.
like yeah, I'm a WWE fan, but like I'm not gonna back John Cena when he says I love Vince McMahon. Like
No,
no. I love a
no.
lot of people too, but I've loved people before that turned out to be like sexual predator scumbags, and I don't love those people anymore, and that's just what it is. Now,
I mean, that goes back to what we were talking about, what, a month ago?
yeah,
What I'm calling the ring. It's like you, that's part of people, that's a journey to get to the destination is to no longer associate with those people or those things. But how long it takes for you to make it to that point is individual. It's different for
yeah,
everybody, and you have nobody has any right to tell you that you need to go faster.
yeah,
Nobody has any right to tell you that your grieving process is inconveniencing with them with how long it's taking. That's a scumbag move. If anybody
yeah,
gives you that crap, tell them straight up it's crap. Like this is especially coming from the left, it's so frustrating because they're showing themselves to have no more empathy than the side they're combating, and
yeah,
it's really disheartening. That's why the left eats each other. These constant purity tests. Oh, I'm way more pure and way more moral than you are because I it's like I don't watch WWE for my own reasons, but I don't judge people who do. If you judge them because you feel they're a Nazi company and you like Nazis and you want to support Nazi companies, yeah, I'm gonna judge you for that because you're out and out Nazi. But
mhm.
like, just you know, you like WWE, but it's not like you're giving them money.
No, not at all.
You're
No,
pirating their stuff. You're not
yeah.
paying for their
I mean, I
merch.
give Netflix money, but I gave Netflix money before WWE was there, and it
Yeah, that
hasn't
has
changed
nothing
the
to do
amount of
with it.
money that I give to Netflix. So,
Exactly. It's a wash. Like
yeah,
I feel like, you know, as much as I consider myself a bleeding heart lefty, in most circumstances, most, not all, but most, one of the real disconnects with the far left that I have, the reason I have trouble calling myself a leftist is because leftists often inadvertently, I feel, in the process of trying to make their tent bigger, ultimately make it smaller
yeah,
because nobody is as pure as they are.
yeah,
You know, I mean, you saw it with the Soviet Revolution. The only reason the Bolsheviks came to power is because they were like the most radical far left group, and they literally outcompeted and killed off every single one of their rivals until they were the only ones left to run the show.
hmm,
This is the danger of that.
yeah. I mean, you can't create a populist and popular movement and gatekeep it at the same time. Like it
Yeah, it's no, it's
doesn't
like
work.
you just want it. All that shows is that you want, the power that everybody else that you're fighting
Yeah,
against has. You're just jealous of the power. You just want to come at it from a different angle and appear like a martyr. Get over
yeah,
yourselves.
yeah. And the problem here that a lot of people don't realize is that like at the end of this, like there isn't going to be a lot of room for like far right and far left. Like there isn't going to be any room for that shit.
Yeah, no.
Far right, definitely not, but far left also no. Like sorry, but like the only way that this is going to get fixed is if like we as a country are as united and loving of one another as we were on September 12th, 2001. And the only way
Yeah,
for that to happen is for the far left and the far right to go away,
yeah.
to be gone, because the far
The
left is
furthest parts of it.
yeah, the
Yeah,
first yeah, there's always going to be a right and a left. There's always going to be fiscal conservatives versus people who are just wanting to take care of the country, which is exactly what it was for so long. We have the left who wants to make sure that everybody's taken care of and nobody's starving, and the right who is wanting to make sure we're fiscally conservative and responsible in that, and saying we don't have enough money to do that because they never think we have enough money, even though we're
even
the
though they
richest
spend,
nation on the
we're the
planet.
richest nation, we're the richest nation on earth, but we come in like 30 or 40th in happiness. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
there's got to be a disconnect. There's a
There's
huge
a huge
disconnect there.
disconnect there, and so the problem is that we have at this point in time we have too many far left and far right that are being latched onto by people. People are like, I advocate at sometimes for violence because sometimes violence is the answer, but I do not advocate for a civil war between the United States people, because it's not going to end well for anybody. Like everybody has this idea that we can fight and we'll win and everything will be great after. And what they don't understand is that if you look at the history of war and violence, nobody's going to have a good time here. It's not
That's
going to
why
be
it's war.
glorious for anybody. War never changes, folks. To clip a line from Fallout, war
Yeah,
never changes. So it's weird that like this broader left versus right thing has come into the wrestling world, because as much as the world has been skewing political more and more and more since 2001, um, this was never part of it. This was never
yeah.
part of it. I didn't give a shit who wrestlers voted for, and largely I still don't. Because I don't want to know who they vote for. Because think about it. Like, think about the wrestler
Ignorance
you
is
love
bliss.
the most. Do you really want to know who they vote for?
No,
Because what if it's not?
go meet your heroes, kids.
Yeah, yeah. Because what if it's not somebody that you're like AEW people? Like, guys, we have to understand. Like, if Chris Jericho is voting in the United States, if he's a citizen here and he's voting, he's not. He's voting for Donald Trump. That's what it is. It's his wife's deal. He's with her in that. I'm positive. So
Oh yeah, he's on. You can look up his donations. He's made
yeah.
donations to his campaigns.
So so what I say is like no neither like okay yes, one company is definitely way less clean than the other. But the
Yeah,
other one's only been in existence for 5 years, and there just hasn't been. I mean, think about how long the WWE's been open and how many scandals there have been, and then
yeah,
think about like presidential, like the number of presidential scandals since there was a president of the United States. I mean, shit, if you're an entity for long enough, scandals happen.
yeah.
Because eventually you're, I mean, there will be a lax in hiring or something, and some shitty person will get hired, or something will happen.
But
Or
nobody
the
bats a
head of the
thousand.
company, in the WWE's case, the head of the company will be a complete piece of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm not gonna mince words about that. Vince McMahon was a piece of shit. Okay. But we have a Vince McMahon free WWE right now, and I intend to give them the fairest shake possible. Um, it's only been a couple
Which
of years,
isn't
you know. So
it's not easy to do that when they're coming out the week of their biggest show and all they can think to do is try to throw shade at AEW.
oh man, I don't agree with
It's
any of that.
such
I
a
think it was
bad look. Such a
Roman's
bad
Vanity
look.
Fair interview, Cena's interview about Vince McMahon, Nick Khan trying to say WWE was the underdog. None of this shit was defensible or advisable this week. Y'all could have done this
No.
next week and nobody would have given a shit.
Triple H saying that the fans should stop critiquing and just be happy with what we give
Mm.
them. They give us. Like, get out of here.
Guess what, Triple H? I love you, dog, but I've been in this business about half or three quarters of the same amount of time that you have. I've been active in this wrestling business that long at least. And I will tell you, Mr. Triple H, if anybody from WWE is listening, you can run this little podcast right into his office right now and tell him that Aaron Hardy from the SFP says that I will critique wrestling if I damn well want to. And people like me are the reason that you have a job. So you maybe need to listen to us more than we have to listen to you. Yes, you have a wonderful brain for wrestling. No, that doesn't mean you're Jesus. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit they did this week that was indefensible. However,
Oh,
getting back closer to the topic,
rough.
WrestleMania has been so far pretty good. But they have shied away from a lot of the shit that they did in now. Before we leave the intro, we do have to address the elephant in the room though, and that is WWE purchased AAA. That was announced yesterday during the
Yeah.
pre-show.
Yeah. That is not a good thing.
The
Um,
only way I see this as a positive is if they immediately fire Alberto Del Rio. Um,
yeah. I
like
mean, I'll
fire
take
him
that.
now and be like, that was worth the purchase right there, is to get him out of the wrestling business. That would have been worth the purchase. But as for what they're going to do with it, besides that, they announced a Worlds Collide pay-per-view. It's called Worlds Collide. We've had one before, I believe, between these same two entities, AAA and WWE.
No. The first When Worlds Collide show was in 1990, I want to say five,
This is why I
and
have
it
Adam Cole's.
was AAA versus not versus. It was a AAA show. It was a complete AAA show, but it was uh basically financed and distributed by WCW, by
Okay,
Eric Bischoff and WCW.
so that's why
And
WWE
that's why
owns
they
that
had the
shit.
relationship that they had where they brought in all these luchadors and stuff like that. Most of those luchadors weren't actually like signed exclusively to WCW.
Oh no,
That's
they
why they
were
showed up like
AAA. Yeah.
sporadically. Like they eventually, they did lock down Eddie Guerrero and
Hmm.
Rey Mysterio and people like that. But for the most part, most of those guys were freelancers that, oh, you've got a booking. Oh, AAA doesn't have a booking there. Oh, that's great. Works out. That's why they got Conan.
Hmm.
Like the only reason that AAA became as big a company as it did, like it was a very, very young company, just a few years old in that time period where they had that show. And Conan was their huge star, which is funny because he's not even Mexican. He's actually a Cuban. But uh uh point being that they were trying to they were looking at CMLL and they were saying that you guys aren't evolving. They basically took the ECW approach. Like, you
Mm.
guys aren't evolving. We see this going in this direction, and you guys aren't hopping on that. There's a need for this. There's a niche for this in Mexican wrestling, in lucha libre, and we want to take it in this direction. So I think a few guys had an exodus from CMLL and they created AAA. They
Mm.
brought in Conan, they brought in a whole bunch of people, and they had that When Worlds Collide show, and they started taking off and being really competitive with AAA. And so now that company is, as of its sale, I think they said it was 33 years old, something like that.
Oh.
So, I mean, that's a really good run for any independent promotion, really. And it was definitely, at one point, it was the number one brand in Mexico. They kind
Hmm.
of swapped back and forth from what I don't know too much about this, but I know that they were neck and neck for a long, long time. But it looks like by default, uh, like if this was a wrestling match, this would be by referee stoppage
Hmm.
because one company couldn't go on any longer. They didn't give up. They didn't get beaten in terms of business to die. They got bought out by another company in what
Yeah.
some people are saying is Conan's last FU to AEW.
I mean, it's possible that that might be what it was, but I mean,
It's possible. That
I
guy
don't.
is a petty, petty man.
He is. But like, I don't know. Business wise, smart move. You just bought 50% of a market share.
Mm.
Um,
They
as
bought,
for
they
the
bought a lot of inroads into Mexico that they didn't previously have. They've been
yeah,
trying to do that for decades, and they just haven't really been able to make it past you know, at AAA and CMLL. They've pretty much frozen them out for the most part.
Yeah. And so I mean, business wise, smart move. How it's going to affect wrestling in the end, will remains to be seen, I guess.
I
I
mean, I have a
imagine
guess.
I imagine that we're going to see Vikingo on a main brand of WWE and not on AAA.
Yeah, you can bet. Like
He
he's
was on
there.
WrestleMania last night. He interfered. Well, I guess Chad Gable in his Grande Americano thing um, came out and was like beating up Ray Phoenix in front of him and talked shit to him, and he like kicked. He did one, the grab and kick over and like
Yeah,
kicked the shit out of him. Um, I that Grande Americano shit doesn't land with me. And the fact that now they have that going on and they just bought Triple H's,
well, the
it's
funny
just
thing was,
another bad optic.
if this was if this was literally like 3 years ago, it would have been fine. But it's the culture and the climate that we're in right now politically that makes it real suspect. Like, and I feel bad for Chad Gable because he's just one of those guys. He just wants to work. He should have been, by a lot of people's opinions, he should have been the one to face Gunther last year and win the IC title at WrestleMania. He was denied a WrestleMania moment there. This is a guy who shows up. You suffered through short AG. He does whatever you want him to do.
Mhm.
And, he takes whatever opportunities he's given. He looks at it that way instead of, maybe standing up for himself a little bit more. And, they'll ride out a guy like that as long as they can because they know they can make him do anything that they want.
Yeah,
So I doubt that Chad Gable has any say, really. He's just trying to do the job the way that WWE wants the job to be done. But yeah, even from the outside looking in, I don't watch WWE normally, but like just from the sound of it, it's just like, I don't know if I would have done that in the year of our Lord 2025.
yeah. It stinks of a Road Dog storyline. To be honest with you, but that's it was last night, so we don't have to really cover any more of it.
You know?
One piece of housekeeping before we hit play on this and start watching our
Uh,
WrestleMania 41.
oh,
Um,
well, a couple of things, but we'll go to your thing first.
okay, well, Logan Paul is competing tonight. We can
Yeah,
possibly watch AJ Styles lose to him, which will probably make me irrationally angry. Or we can just skip that match. And since we're starting like 2 or 3 hours later than the pay per view, we can definitely just skip that.
yeah.
Up to you how you want to handle that, but
Well, here's the
I'm
thing,
kind of on the
like
side of like F that.
because
Um,
of the way because of the way Peacock works, I have no idea when it's going to let
you
me
may not
actually
even.
start the show. So we're definitely skipping the first match because guess what? I don't have access to it anymore because I talked so long. Um, so I mean, if I start right here, looks like Drew is. I think he's. I'm not sure if he's just won or if he's just entering. I think he's just entering the ring.
Okay.
So yeah, because Damian Priest makes his entrance 10 seconds later. So yeah, so we missed a few matches. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm unfortunately I had kids to put to bed, and my wife is actually working tonight, so I couldn't fix this up ahead of time. And sorry for that. Also, though, bonus. Hey, we won't keep you up for like 4 hours listening to this between this and the possible match we're gonna skip.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. Well, let's since we're already on to this one, let's
You
go
know what
ahead
we
and
can do during the AJ match? We can go back and at least look at the results and we
yeah,
can discuss what we do at the results. That way we don't have to stop recording. That way we don't have to,
yeah.
it's
Okay.
The way I see it, anyway.
All right. Well, let's hit play on this Drew and Damian match. I think this is only the second match, so I think we're okay. So let's go ahead and hit play.
Yep.
We'll start there.
So right now, Damian Priest is getting played to the ring by
By
somebody I don't.
Slayer.
Is that Slayer?
That's Slayer. It's Kerry King from
No.
Slayer.
Man, who doesn't Damian Priest have some kind of prior relationship with? Bad Bunny. Like, where's Bad Bunny? Oh, I know where Bad Bunny is. He's in Puerto Rico, probably boycotting the show because David Hinchcliffe is doing a roast tonight.
Hmm. That might be the smartest thing WWE did this week was not televising that at
Yeah.
all.
I really hope that Sammy is only accepted to be there to absolutely rip him to shreds.
Hmm.
I could totally see Sammy doing that.
I'm sure we'll see it if it happens, because I mean
Um,
there will be people there with cell phones.
oh, Pat McAfee, if only your face was actually melting.
I hate him so much. I still just don't
He's
like
such
Pat
a
McAfee.
goon. Like every every single bad stereotype about the dumb jock is him rolled up into one.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's got like a hey, pretty sure he raided that from the Party Peacock's closet. Tisk tisk. You give that man back his cape. Look at how tall he is in comparison to Kerry King. Damian Priest is a giant of a man.
Yeah. He's so,
Who I remember
he
sometime
looks
around
equally
last year,
large as
people,
Drew McIntyre, which is hard because Drew's a big dude.
he's a big dude. Damian, for some reason, last year, uh, sorry, I've got Michael Cole in my ear. I need to turn him down.
The-
uh, no, it's so funny. Like I remember last year at WrestleMania, people started calling him the bisexual Undertaker for some reason, and now I can't get it out of my head. It's like, holy cow! I don't know who thought that up or whatever, but yeah, I see it. Like, I see it.
yeah, I mean a little bit.
So remind me, this one was set up simply because they're both on SmackDown and neither one of them had anything better to do, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So they could set this up for them, but they couldn't give anything to Chelsea Green.
Uh, or Lyra by herself.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Oh, I've
man.
heard the rumors.
I'm
I've heard the
perturbed by all
rumors about
that.
Bailey's replacement.
Mm,
And honestly, like I like the rumors about her replacement. I'm not gonna lie.
Bailey's replacement. Was she not competing tonight?
Bailey apparently they're doing an injury angle. They beat her up before the show last night. The
Mm.
Judgment Day did, or Liv and Raquel did. And so Lyra has to find a replacement tag team partner.
Oh.
So
Hmm.
uh, the rumors I'm hearing make me very, very happy. I just hope we haven't skipped over that match
No, this
in
is only the
my.
second match, I think,
Is
of the
it
night. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
It's really.
during
Oh,
AJ and Logan, we'll go back and see what happened in the women's triple threat because I was really interested in that match.
yeah. I'm so sorry about that. I wish the timing had worked out better, but like because I was really of all the things that was on the show tonight, that was the one I was most interested in seeing.
I can't believe they
All
opened with
three of
it.
those women are incredibly talented.
Yeah, they are. They are. I can't believe they opened with that shit. That kind of makes me like this should have been
Well,
the
they opened with
opener.
a world title match last night, right?
Yeah, yeah. And Jey Uso
So
won.
yeah, he
Um,
choked out Gunther, and I don't know how I feel about
yeah, I'm
that.
not sure how I feel about the end, but the match was all right. It wasn't
Oh, I
terrible.
like those desks. Look at those. That's
Yeah, they're pretty
cool.
cool.
I like those design. That design there. Look at how much. I mean, like most of those fans are sitting, but like, look at how much taller they are than those fans. formless people. Oof. You know, Drew, there was a smarter way you could have done that without hurting yourself. You could have just tossed him. Okay, level with me. How heavy are those stairs actually? Are
They're
they
made out
like,
of aluminum, so not
yeah,
very.
like they say they're solid steel and they weigh hundreds of pounds, and I'm like, I don't think so.
No, they don't.
I
They're
think
made out
that's
of
kayfabe.
aluminum. Yeah,
Yeah,
total kayfabe.
right. They've got to. They've got to be. I mean, that would still hurt. That would
Yeah.
still hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm sure it's at least like 40 pounds. It's got to be at least 40 pounds, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm
but
sure
it's
it is.
not
I mean, it is
hundreds of pounds
metal,
being thrown in your face. Yeah.
and it is thick enough and made in a way
Oh
that it can support
God,
people.
it's a fucking freaking prime display.
I hate that. I hate it every time. I love when they destroy it. Every time somebody goes out there with the express purpose of
Yeah.
blowing that card up, I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh look, theme table. It's Damian Priest's like dark maroon colored. It's so weird. Like, these two are such enormous guys, but I don't think anybody would call this matchup big meaty men slap and meet kind of like match because they're not like huge physique guys. Like they look good, but they're not like bodybuilder types,
Yeah.
or like huge thick, barrel types. Neither one of these looks like Powerhouse Hobbs, is what I'm saying.
No, yeah, basically.
Yeah. I'm so glad that people just kind of, instead of it could very easily have been a chance that they gave to literally everybody who fit that mold, but I'm glad that they settled on one guy, and that it's Hobbs, who really benefits from the meat chant. Like I feel like that's a huge huge deal of him having gotten over. Oh, Drew.
Selfie.
Drew with the selfie. Dude, that's that's a heel move, but not a heel move.
That's like
Like
the best shit, dude. Like nobody
like
does that. Like that's
that
awesome.
that fan got a real moment there. That's
Yeah, he did.
amazing. That's amazing. That's the kind of stuff I love about pro wrestling. Like the interaction is essentially limited only by your imagination
Yeah.
and, legality, but still.
A lot of furniture.
Yeah. Two tables. Huh.
There's a third one in the ring and a set of stairs.
What do you want to bet they try and go through the actual, like, the announce table, and it won't go through because for some reason they reinforce all the announce
Dude,
tables
those
these days.
somebody took one to the announce table last night and CM Punk got put through the announce table last night, but it was at the end of the night after like six people had already been attempted to be put through the table. So
So they had so they had gimmicked it so it only do it at the end of the night, but the psychology of it is it took so much wear and tear over the night that it finally broke.
I guess
Is that the
so.
if that was I doubt that was actually intentional, but if it was, that's kind of genius, honestly. Because I don't think I've ever seen that story being told over the course of a night before, of the table that won't break until it's just taken too much and then it finally taps out.
Jesus Christ, Dave. Oh God. Drew McIntyre should not be able to move like that. Okay. Like
I
it's just
know.
unreal.
Yeah. How is, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Like Drew, please just could you like when your contract comes up, could you just take a couple years, just hop over to AEW for a couple years so I can have you and Kenny.
Oh, that would be a
I need Drew
really
McIntyre versus
interesting
Kenny
match
Omega
of
so bad.
styles. That would
Oh
be a
yeah.
really cool matchup of styles.
Yeah, it
Uh-oh.
would be. Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
no.
Every time they throw something like that, I'm like, what the hell?
It's like if you're gonna throw a chair, make sure you do it the right way. That was
It's just
not the
like threw
right
it leg
way,
first at him. Yeah.
dude. Dude, if you know you're gonna throw a chair in your match, the least you can do is go on YouTube and watch old Terry Funk. Nobody threw a more accurate chair than Terry Funk.
No, no. He's a chair sharpshooter.
And
Oh,
oof. Is it just me, or is Drew like had this entire match very well in hand?
it seems
This has
like
not
it.
been back. This has not been back and forth.
No, not really at all. Drew McIntyre's been laying an ass kicking on him. Oh no, real
Oh
whoa,
no 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 no
already?
no!
We're
Oh
already
no!
going for this spot. Oh,
Oh, is he gonna claymore him
is he?
like
Oh,
this?
dude, no
Oh jeez,
way. This has got to be
Louise!
the end if this happens. Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
all right. That was cool. That was cool. All right.
Now here's where we get our turnaround.
He's got a turtle on his butt. He's got a literal turtle on his butt.
He does.
That I mean, I love turtles. I love sea turtles. That's great. But like, why? I don't know.
No idea.
Somebody's gonna need to explain his gear to me. Also, somebody's gonna need to explain to me why his hair looks like a bunch of shoelaces.
Oh,
Ooh,
God,
you
that
see
that
that
I
landed
don't care how gimmick that
right
chair
on the
is or
shoulder
whatever. That
blade.
it's never gonna feel good.
No, see that one was flatter. Okay, but I mean, let's be real here. We all know how tough Drew is. Drew is a tough guy. That toolbox
Oh yeah,
in
he
the
took
cell
that
match,
toolbox. Yeah.
jeez Louise, he went the full freaking Muda hard way. And like, still like, what, that match was still what, 10, 15 minutes longer after that spot, something like that. Crazy, absolutely nuts. Shut up, Pat.
I assure you, Pat McAfee, there is no pine down there.
No. That to be fair, that he's just aping
Mhm.
JR. Like anytime, not anytime, but a lot of times when he would call the Rock spine buster, he'd call it the spine on the pine.
Yeah.
And it
Somebody
does roll
told
off the
him to
tongue.
study JR and he is taking it too literally.
Yeah.
Like you ain't him, bro. You're gonna need to stop with all
Like
this.
if you study somebody's commentary, that doesn't mean
Steal it.
steal their crap. It
Yeah.
means li- analyze what they do and how they do it, and then try to adjust that to your own style. I think somebody's going through that table with a power bomb.
Was he gonna try to white noise
Oh,
him that
Razor's
far?
Edge. Razor's Edge.
Oh,
Oh,
Razor's Edge.
he finishes people with that, doesn't he?
I believe so. I forget what he calls it.
I
End
think
of
he just
days.
calls it the
No, that's
Razor's Edge
for,
because
but they
he
called it the Razor's Edge.
yeah. I think he calls it that, and he uses it in reference to Scott Hall
Hmm.
specifically.
I mean, he might. Damien, unfortunately, like since I've started watching it, he has been world champion, but he just doesn't get a lot of TV time. So I just still feel like I don't
Yeah.
know a whole lot about the guy. You know?
I mean, I the first time I ever saw him was on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view as Punishment Martinez. He was a lot skinnier back then,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah, he was a
hadn't gotten
lot smaller.
the work done on his teeth. His teeth were kind of janky, but this guy was a 6'7" dude or so who was doing like
Oh,
the back
oh, his
doing.
back is open, dude. Is that from the chair
I
or from the
don't think
table?
I think it's from the metal lining of the table.
Yeah, yeah, probably got Bob Hollied.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh!
oh,
That looked great.
oh,
Oh,
I
that's got to
did.
finish it, right? That's got to finish it.
No,
No,
And unfortunately, the camera angle and Damian Priest keeping his eyes open is what gave it away for me, anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I still say he does probably the best double underhook DT I've seen.
oh, dude, yeah, it's great.
Honestly, like
It's great.
I respect John Moxley, but like do it that way because the way he does it sucks. Like
Oh, yeah.
honestly, it sucks.
Speaking of John Moxley, he got mentioned on WWE TV.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Seth was like screaming at Roman yesterday. He's like, "You got nobody left. No wise man. No me. No Mox. No family. No." Yeah.
He didn't
Like
even call him
he
Dean.
didn't even call him Dean. He called him Mox.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
God, poor
goodness
McIntyre is
gracious.
effed up. Look at his back, dude. My
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it's not nearly as bad as I've seen some people's back. Do you remember that one match that I want to say it was Rob Van Dam had with Hardcore Holly in WWE CW.
Yeah.
Remember when he went through the table on the outside?
And
Oh
it
no, it
blew
was
it,
Punk. It was Punk, and I
but
remember
that little
because it
piece
was
of
Punk's
plastic cut
first
his back
loss.
open.
Yeah, because it was Punk's first loss,
Yeah.
and yeah, like he went through the table from on the outside, but the frame on the outside was metal, and it cut diagonally all the
Oh
way
yeah.
across his back.
Like
I
300
think he
stitches or
needed like
something.
113 stitches or something like
Something, dude. It
that.
was a lot.
Like Hardcore Holly is a bastard, but he is hardcore.
Indeed.
Like that was not
Oh,
false. Oh,
shoo!
oh,
Ooh.
well.
Well, well, well.
WrestleMania, do 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 do.
I don't
Jeez,
know. I don't think the Undertaker ever went off the top rope into some tables.
nope.
Not like that anyway. Mm. Wow. I completely forgot they had set those up, so that was pretty
Yeah,
nice.
Chekhov's double tables.
Yeah. That section there, that last spot though, where they were running, where they were slapping each other, so I was like, we're getting
Yeah,
dangerously close to meaty men slapping meat territory right
yeah,
there.
it's
You know,
true.
maybe we are having a big meaty men slapping meat match.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Claymore time.
No
Oh.
way, no way, no
Oh.
way.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, that's it.
that's
That's
gotta
it,
be
right?
it, dude.
How could it not be?
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah.
say if he kicks that, I'm
Like,
gonna lose
yeah.
my fucking mind.
Okay, that was great.
That was
That was
really
great. That
good.
was fun.
That
That
was
was
really
really
good.
fun.
That was really good,
Wow.
man. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was kind of weird how it felt like Drew dominated like the vast majority of that,
Yeah.
but like that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I love Drew McIntyre matches, man.
Me
I
too.
feel like the guy can't do a lot
Like
of wrong, man.
I here's the thing, like when he in his first run with there's the Macho Man in the front row. Ooh, yeah, ticket. But he's wearing Bret Hart colors. That's funny to me. Um, but shoot, I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Wow, wow. Oh, in
Uh,
his first run in WWE, um, he was just the guy who was being shoved down your throat. Like he kind of worked because he was a heel, but like he won the Intercontinental title like 3 months into his run, and then while he was IC champ, he won the tag belts with Cody Rhodes for a cup of coffee. Like it was like it was too hard too fast, and then they put him because it was the mid 2000s. It was like, oh, we're gonna have you like be random kind of upper mid card guy who loses to literally everybody in the main
mhm.
event scene. You think you can uh you think you're going up the ladder? No, you're in upper mid card purgatory. And then like I just never really liked him. Like I liked his theme music. His music was great. Broken Dreams is great. And then they made him freaking jobber and 3MB, and it's like, ugh. But I'll tell you what, he got released, and then not long after that, I went to the last WrestleMania that I ever attended was 31, and he was on the Evolve show that we went to, and he looked like a completely different person even by that point. This was only like maybe I want to say it couldn't have been more than 6 months after he got released, but he looked like he does now. And
Yeah.
he was kind of skinny like when he left.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was not the jacked up hairy boy beefcake that you see now. Like he looked like that, and he had a great match with I want to say it was the pre Apollo Cruz.
Oh.
Uh, Oro Mensa or something like that. He was calling himself
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and like they had a really good match. He was their champion, and he opened up the show and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you something better than anything that you're gonna see at WrestleMania this year." Like he was out to prove something, and then he got signed again in NXT a few years later. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all about it," because of that one match, that
Yeah.
one metamorphosis that I saw. I'm like, "Wow, okay." Completely turned around on this guy, and he
Yeah.
continues to be really, really good at his job.
John Cena's last ever match in Australia,
I mean, how many
probably as
matches has he actually
WWE
had in
champion.
Australia? Hmm. I don't know how I feel about the weekend. I really like some of his songs, and others of his songs, I'm like, you're just kind of whiny. Hey,
Hey, the
what
only
up,
UFC
Daniel
guy who's not a
Cormier?
complete scumbag. What's up, Daniel
Yeah,
Cormier?
no, I like Daniel.
I love Daniel
I think he's
Cormier. Yeah.
legit.
Boo.
Oh,
Fuck this asshole. See, they do a 3-pack and the
ugh,
third guy's a jackass every time.
ugh,
Yeah, see the guy behind him, like, who gives
ugh.
a shit about this guy?
A guy in the Austin shirt, he's like,
Yeah. He's like,
he's giving the Brett eye roll.
yep.
I
We
saw
agree
that.
with you, guy on
I
the
saw
Austin
that.
shirt.
Yeah.
We agree with you. We don't like that asshole either. Much love to Puerto Rico. Fucking assholes. Penta.
And
You tell me I shouldn't watch WWE like I can't watch Penta. Man.
he looks so weird with his shades over his mask. That's super cool. That is super cool, though. I'd love to ride in a Goodyear blimp.
Hell yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Is that what this is what's oh man, if this is now, that's cool.
All right, we got the four-way for the
This is
Intercontinental
like the
title.
match I'm stoked the most about, actually, I think over the weekend. So
I'm kind of I'm kind of excited for it because this is the first full match I'll have seen of Braun Breaker. All I've seen are like clips and stuff. I've been impressed, but
mhm.
like, oof.
Like I'm a big fan of all four dudes in this match on an individual level for sure. Like I like Dom and I like
Yeah,
Finn. I don't like Judgment Day, but I like both of
yeah.
them.
It's so funny. Like you look at this guy, he doesn't really look all that big compared to a lot of these guys. He looks like an athlete,
He's just high
but like
impact, man.
he
It's
he looks like his dad. Like
yeah.
he's a jacked up dude, but like he's a normal height person.
Yeah.
He just defies your expectations with
Oh
his
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yes, just like
Yes, he
his
is.
daddy, just like his daddy, Eddie Guerrero. Man, right in the huevos. It's so obnoxious that they spell that name with two K's.
Yeah,
They should have done that in Spanish.
I don't think Dom can speak Spanish.
I think that Ray would have taught his son
I
Spanish.
hope so, but I don't think
I
in
think
character
so.
Dom can speak Spanish. Well, no way he can. He's yelled at the crowd in Spanish before.
Oh, the crappy pants.
That spear on Carlito was something else, dude. That's the one I talked about last week where he like just came out of nowhere and like destroyed him.
Oof.
Need WWE to loan Braun Breaker to AEW for 6 months just so I can see him and Darby come running out of nowhere at each other.
I mean, if anything could kill Darby Allin,
It might be
Braun
Braun
Breaker
Breaker.
would be the guy to do it.
Yeah. Settle. Yeah, no. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Man, I want those seats, man, on top of the entrance, man. Like, that's gonna
You
be
want to get burned
awesome.
by sparklers?
I'll take it.
God, there's just nobody like Penta.
Nobody
Like
can do the cunty walk.
he's so weird and it's so great. Like there's just nobody like him. There really isn't.
My wife was watching with me last night and she said she doesn't like discount Samantha Irvin.
She doesn't what?
She doesn't like discount Samantha Irvin.
I was gonna say, like, she sounds a lot like
She does sound
somebody
a lot like
who
Samantha
I
Irvin.
know that isn't there anymore.
No. She apparently made an appearance and was like doing songs and stuff at Wale Mania, and it was good by all accounts. So
I mean,
that's
is
cool.
that really surprising?
No, not
I
really.
don't think so. I traveled 130,000 kilometers to be here.
No boy. I wonder where they're from.
I don't.
That's what,
I
like
think that'd have to be
seven.
off the planet.
Yeah, how far is
Did you circle the
130?
globe a few times
How far is
to do this?
130,000 kilometers? What the fuck?
That's 80 over 80,000 miles. Like
Yeah. What is 80,000 miles away?
I there's I think the circumference of the earth is only about like what 14 or something. 14,000.
I don't even know
Okay,
what's that far
40
away.
40,000 kilometers is the circumference of the Earth. So
They went
did
around the
you
planet 3 times to
four
get here.
times? Four times.
What?
Well, no, three times. You're right. Three times. What the heck?
That's yeah. Somebody's. I think they added an extra zero.
Yeah, I think they must have. Is that an El Santo mask?
Is it? I don't know. No.
No, it's different, but Dirty Dom.
Man, you got a ways to go before you're the greatest Mysterio of all time there, Dom. Because
Yeah,
solid number one and two are your dad and the original Rey Mysterio.
yeah. Your dad and your
Um,
great uncle.
yeah, your dad and your great uncle, and ugh, that's a pretty heavy fucking bar, bro. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna be pushing that bar off the press for a while.
yeah.
He has the potential to get there. He's gonna need to step up his in
I
ring
mean,
work
he
a little
definitely
bit
has the
though.
heat.
Oh yeah, the heat, the character work, he's got all that down.
You might
He just
even say he has Latino heat.
you see me taking a drink. You saw me taking a drink while you had to say that. Now I can smell Dr. Pepper. Thanks. God damn.
God, I hate Pat McAfee.
I do
He
too, man.
sucks so much.
Dude, he does. He sucks so hard.
Shut up, Pat.
No, it doesn't look like he's been in the gym, Michael Cole. Okay.
I miss his old music.
Yeah, I do too.
Is there some significance to this?
I don't know. Is Braun Breaker going to come out in the hood too?
I don't know. It was a hood. It wasn't a mask. Shut up, Michael. Like, ugh, I feel like Finn has probably hit his ceiling in WWE at this point.
Probably.
He's only technically a world champ. Like he had a win, but he had no reign.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's probably among the greatest NXT champions,
Yeah.
but like that's about as close as it gets. And none of his mid card reigns have been all that memorable, honestly.
He could probably use a change of scenery.
And
And plus, I mean, the only like ever elusive piece of the Bullet Club set that Tony Khan was trying to put together is
yeah,
is
well,
that one right there. So
yeah, the founder.
yeah.
He's the literal founder.
Oh shit, he's wearing the old blue and
Yeah.
pink split gear. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's so half 90s. What why is his logo like that?
Hmm.
Straightforward fatal four way. As there are other kinds.
Are there?
I don't like what
Like it's
like I
not
know that
it's a different kind of fatal four way because we didn't add a ladder, I guess. I mean,
I guess maybe because it's not. Have there been elimination ones before at WrestleMania
I
that I'm
don't know,
not thinking
maybe.
of?
I feel like this is another one of those things where they're like, this is the first time we're doing this, and it's not the
Yeah,
first time they're
it's like
doing it.
really. This seems kind of mundane to be a first time thing.
Yeah. Like I'm pretty sure there's been a fatal four way at WrestleMania before, between people representing different McMahons.
Yeah, but not for the Intercontinental
Yeah.
title.
Yeah, but the fuck do
That
I
was
know?
for the
I've not
world
seen it.
title.
No, yeah. I mean, maybe if you had the title qualifier, it might be true, but
Yeah,
I'm so glad they added the blue to it.
yeah. Like it's still not great, but it's a lot better with the color.
Yeah.
How do you wrestle with an ass cape like that?
No idea. No idea.
Yep, Findom. Yep.
Oh.
I mean, they need to do it. They need to. I mean, I have a feeling after this match, there's going to be a lot of tension in the ranks. But like, if they ever were to team up as a tag team, yeah, call themselves Findom, and then be like, what? What? What are you talking? What? No, it's just our names, man. What?
I
It's. Jeez, Louise, Ron.
love it. I love it so much.
That was like the look at this, look at this. Well, not this. That was cool, but like, boom! Like I don't think I've ever seen a harder hit flying shoulder block before. Okay, that sounds made up. 23 miles an hour. Come on. Even I don't believe that.
I don't know. Did you see how fast he hit ISO speed last year at WrestleMania or at the Royal Rumble?
That's
He
Usain Bolt levels,
he
though,
moves
man.
pretty fast between those
Oh,
ropes,
he's
man.
real fast, but he's not 23 miles an hour. Get out of here.
Really, Wade?
Stop.
Stop saying dude
Stop it.
wipes.
Stop saying it. I know they're a sponsor, okay? I get it, but stop saying it. It's embarrassing.
Is there a dirty Dom chant happening right now?
Oh, oh, that didn't.
It didn't look as hard because
No.
he had to pull back because of the second person.
Well, yeah, he had a second guy in the
Yeah.
way. I mean, really, the only guy I've ever seen who ever made that look really good was Jeff Hardy,
Yeah.
because he actually looked like he hit you like really, really hard.
Oh.
Made in
Oh,
Japan. Oh, oh,
oh
oh,
no.
oh no. Oh, jeez Louise. And then a kip up.
Had a kip up. He's inhuman. He's fucking inhuman, dude.
I want to make it clear the what do you call it? The subtitles that just popped up in describing that didn't pick up German. It's a double jar man. You get a spear. You get a spear. You get a spear. Oh, look. A move out of the playbook of his actual daddy, his poppy. That's Sentana Tamako. Yup. 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 Tres amigos. Oh, and Carlito's here now. When did he get up?
No
When did he get
idea.
here? He didn't walk down with any of these guys.
If this is where we're gonna have the comic relief, let's have R-Truth show up and get rid of Carlito.
Well, he still thinks he's in the Judgment Day, right?
No, I don't think so anymore. I think he finally figured out that he wasn't in the Judgment Day and doesn't like those guys because they're
Oh,
mean.
well, they are mean. I mean, that's not untrue. Good for Carlito for getting to be out here for WrestleMania too. Oh my
Whoa!
lord!
Whoa! Oh my god.
Jeez
That
Louise.
doesn't seem like it went right.
Well, everybody looks like they're okay though.
Yeah, they're
That's the
fine, but
important thing. Yeah, I think they didn't jump at at the same time.
no.
So Finn jumped the gun a little bit, and so he went over with more of a suplex, but Dom got knocked on his head with the brainbuster. Shut up, Pat McAfee. You don't even know what those terms mean. Yep, that's true. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No way. Oh, here's the end of the Judgment Day as we
Oh,
know it.
oh,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
yeah. It's definitely over
oh.
now.
Yep. I mean, he
Don't
deserved
stop
that.
him. Don't stop him.
Made in Japan.
Yeah, Penta driver.
Eh,
Yeah, made in
eh.
Japan. Yes, it's made in Japan.
I mean,
But
it's a pump handle. What?
pump handle
Ugh,
Thunderbomb,
no,
pump
it's
handle driver, pump handle.
yeah, half Nelson pump handle driver
Yeah,
into a pin.
I used to be able to do this where I could like
Yeah,
get all the
do you
little parts
remember when
and come up with the
Wikipedia
name.
had like that entire list of the? I don't know if
Yeah,
they still do anymore because they, for some reason, several years ago, they went on this huge wrestling purge
yeah,
on Wikipedia where they didn't list any. They edited out like people's move sets and stuff, signature moves and crap like that.
yeah.
And they now anytime anybody tries to add that, they try and take it out as if it's not pertinent information about the wrestler you're trying to look up. Like
Right.
what? I don't know. I think somebody at Wikipedia with some brass just doesn't like wrestling. notably, the camera went away from Carlito there as Dominic uh, 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 was
Fucking
trying to roll up
Carlito.
Penta though. Like
Somebody shit
he
can this guy.
up here we go. Here we
Wait,
go.
where's the Mexican table at? Okay, that's over here, I
I
guess.
feel I feel
It's,
like
it's not on the right
the
side. They were
I
switched
feel
yesterday. Carlito just keeps catching spears, man. It's like the
I
third one
feel
in
like
2 weeks.
I feel like this was the right call though.
Yeah.
All of the American wrestlers target the Spanish announce table. It's only fair that the Latinos target the English announce table.
Yeah.
Target the gringos. Do it.
That is not 15 feet, Pat McAfee. That type of measurement makes me feel sorry for your wife.
Hey, he's not the bad apple. Brian Keith is the bad apple. He works at the other place. How many spears has he attempted and hit in this match? Spear, 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 spear.
No way. Oh,
Ah,
I knew they were going to be screwing each other out
what
of this
goes
match.
around turns around. Realizes it. He put him there specifically.
No
Oh,
way.
oh, oh,
No
oh.
way, dude.
Vegas had him as the favorite.
God dang. Really, though? Like, I would have never called that in a million years. Never.
Well, I
And
mean,
the
if the
boos
point
are
is to,
gone like
yeah.
that.
Well, if the point is to break up the Judgment Day with this, it's it's easier to do that with Dom winning than with Finn winning
Yeah.
because Finn winning would be just kind of like, okay, well, another thing for Finn, who's been here forever. He's in his 40s. He's not a young guy anymore. Like he's great, but he's absolutely, in a like tremendous shape and can still obviously go. But like it works better with the young up and comer beating that guy.
Yeah.
That's what makes the angle work. Shut up about dude wipes. God. Yeah, somehow with the help.
With the help. Yeah.
You want to talk about IQ? How about the lack thereof of Pat McAfee? Well, if he thought he had the whole thing won, why didn't he pin him? Ugh. Look at all those happy faces. Look at all those happy
Well, same people
faces.
were booing him 10 minutes ago. Like, yeah.
I've never seen anybody run back to the ring to celebrate again. That's something. Did good,
All right.
kid.
Oh,
I don't know if you. I still say that you can't say that you're him if you're in mid card, lower card hell.
yeah.
Like since getting called up to the roster, he's done f all.
Well,
Like
okay. So they gave him like the career kiss of death on Friday night.
oh,
Yeah, he
what
won the
happened?
Andre. We know what happens to people who win the Andre. Nothing. I
Did
mean,
Jay won the Andre? Yeah, last year.
Jay Uso.
Yeah,
I mean, last year you could have argued with me that he wasn't doing anything either.
and a
But
year later he's tapping out
I mean, maybe,
Gunther.
maybe, maybe next year Carmelo is going to be in the main
Uh,
event.
Maybe you never know. He's certainly not in a position now, even from my outside perspective. So
Yeah, I really kind of want to go watch a wrestling pay per view at one of these things. It looks cool,
this
man.
looks super cool. I'm not gonna lie. This,
It looks super cool. Like,
yeah,
is that who oh, fuck off.
this,
Fuck off.
uh,
Fuck off. I'm not even going to say your name. Fuck off, you.
uh,
Who is that? Oh, Metro Boomin's cool.
I don't know who that is.
I only know who he is because he's on a few of those Drake diss tracks with Kendrick.
Oh,
I like
oh,
that guy too.
okay. I mean, he's, yeah. I like Chris Maloney.
He's Hank in Breaking Bad.
Uh,
Like he plays a cop in Breaking Bad too. Uh, but he's like the drug
is he
lord's
one of those guys who's
brother-in-law.
typecast as, oh, this is gonna be a cop?
Yeah,
You look like a cop. You're gonna play a cop for the rest of your career.
poor guy. Jeez. All that destruction, y'all couldn't take out the prime cart? Really?
Yeah, it's a table. Why would you take out insurance on a table? And missed you, sadly.
Yeah. Look at these three. Got one of these things is not like the others.
Ugh, yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. This one I'm wondering about who is going to face
Yeah.
Randy Orton tonight since it's not
I
Kevin
mean,
Owens.
I yeah, I mean the way the way that you were describing the last episode of SmackDown, obviously not this past week, but the week before that, it looked like they were setting up for Solo, but they didn't
Yeah,
say anything. So
yeah. They didn't say anything. They didn't. It looked yeah, but it looks like it's supposed to be Solo, and
yeah,
I'm betting that's who's going to walk through the curtain if I had to bet. But this is WrestleMania, and
yeah.
so it could literally be anybody. Who just this would be a great place to put over Jeff Cobb
I
if
mean,
they got him.
any okay, no. See, here's the thing. No matter who it is, they're losing this match.
Mm. I mean, it'd be a good way
The,
for WWE to surprise us. Bring in one of your new guys and give them a win over Orton at WrestleMania on a like a
yeah,
a
but they're not going
challenge
to do
match.
that.
Oh, I'm
You know
sure
why
they're
they're not
not.
going to do that? Do you know where Backlash is from next
St.
month?
Louis, huh?
Yep. You really think they're not going to have him go for the title? And
Yeah.
you really think you're not going to have him win here to set it up?
Is he going to go for the title against Cena if
He's
if he's
got
number the
to.
third? Is he the third man though? There's still a third guy or whatever the
Well, the
number
third guy's Hulk
three.
Hogan. We established that in 1996.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because like The Rock came into things and he gave that one count, and then he brought in Cena and he gave the two count. So is three another guy or is it just an action?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if The Rock is going to be here. I was there
I
for that.
haven't seen him
That's
at
that's one of the
all.
best RKO's I've ever seen, and I was there for that live. It was pretty dope. Seeing that live was crazy.
This seems like a very like career retrospective
Yeah,
thing. I mean, if Randy Orton came out and was like, I've only got like another year left, I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah,
I wouldn't even be mad about it. I'd be like, all right, I mean, you've literally done it all, dude.
yeah.
I mean,
He doesn't need to do anything else.
no, nothing.
Like as much as I'm like vocally not really the fan of the guy, like you can't deny that he, you know, has done everything.
What if this
So
is a
sad.
work?
No, I don't think so. Sadly.
I mean, this is wrestling. There's an off chance. I don't think it
Yeah.
is. I don't think it to be on the record right now. I don't think the Kevin Owens thing is a work. But if it is, and he's the guy who walks through the entranceway, I might lose my mind a little bit because I got worked for the first time in a long fucking time.
Well, that wouldn't make sense. Like if he were to be involved in this, it wouldn't be to come through the curtain because that destroys the element of surprise. Oh, I was getting ready to face this guy anyway. This is no big deal. The surprise would come during the match when he helps out whoever he's actually facing or something. Like that's what
I
you
mean,
do. You don't have him
Sammy's
be the
here and he
opponent.
doesn't have a match
Sammy, of course, Sammy and KO have been. I
on
mean,
and off.
didn't they just have like a last man standing match or something like
hmm
with
With a
like
very
KO?
real lack of blood, which was
Yeah.
weird for those two.
Huh. It's interesting. Uh the subtitles on Peacock, voices by Jim Johnston plays. See, now there's a guy who should go in the Hall of Fame. Jim
Yes.
Johnston.
Yeah.
He wrote the soundtrack to my wrestling fandom.
Pretty
Like,
much. Yeah.
like all of the most iconic wrestling themes have Jim Johnston to thank for the most part. Like,
Yeah. Sounds that man put down could put me back in moments.
yeah, right?
This is probably one
Man,
of the best reactions all for both nights.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's a stadium, but this is loud. Like
This is
they
like
haven't.
80,000 people with schizophrenia concerns, and it makes me really, really scared for the performers because odds are at least one of them is gonna jump the rails, right? Those
Well, I
voices,
hope not. I hope the
got
voices are
everybody,
telling him if you jump the rail, you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you
yeah.
in front of millions of people live on television.
That guy's not 290 pounds. Get out of here. No way is he close to 300 pounds. What are
I
you
don't know. He's been
talking
adding
about,
C's
lady?
onto his thickness, dude. He might be.
Dude, no. No freaking way. Not at all. Is that a rib? Is that a rib? That no way. That guy's not 300 pounds. I will say it's good to hear some music that is distinct,
Yeah.
you know? Damn, that is a lot of people. That is a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is insane,
That's
dude.
insane. 20 WrestleManias. I mean, only The Undertaker has that many. And probably Cena.
Good
Uh, I
advice,
mean,
Wade.
it's smart.
Who is taking the L?
What?
What the fuck is Joe Hendry? Woo! Listen to the crowd, man. Holy shit.
Oh,
He's got to be loving this.
wow.
I I would have never called this one in a million years. You could have
No way.
never.
I mean, this is a huge moment for Joe. I love Joe Hendry.
I do too, man.
Like all the way back from his local hero days. It was fantastic stuff. But like, the more I think about it though, the more I'm not liking this. Because they're about to make him look like a geek, aren't they?
I mean, maybe, or maybe he's about to have a good match with Randy Orton. I mean,
Oof, I really hope you're right. I don't want to be right on this. I don't want to be right on this.
yeah, I'd have never called this, man.
No.
Never.
It's like, I mean, even if they have a great competitive match, you're still sending your world champion out there to lose.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I get it, but like, your world champion should not be doing any, especially since it's probably going to be clean, should be not be doing any clean jobs to anybody from another company.
yeah,
I don't care that it's WWE. You protect your own business. This exposure is not worth the loss, the non-title loss clean that he's about to take. Ugh, I don't like it. See, yeah, I mean, listen to the commentary too. They're treating him like a geek. Well, it doesn't matter that he has 15 years of experience. This is Randy Orton.
You're not gonna choke slam Randy Orton, guy. I'm sorry. Like, what are we doing right now? No, here we go. He's getting his shit in.
Yeah.
It should have been solo if this was how it's gonna go. Like,
Yeah. I mean, when they're already going to the well of they're breaking up the new bloodline when Solo's being jealous of Fatu, right? So why don't you just have Fatu win the U.S. title like he did last night, and then Solo Sikoa get embarrassed tonight? That just adds fuel to that fire, right?
yeah,
RKO.
RKO.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, like,
They could have done it better. I mean, I couldn't have called. I mean, it surprised me. Hell yeah, but
yeah, but like
not the result, really.
this didn't. This didn't. This is what I'm saying. WWE doesn't have relationships. They have like takeovers, not just in NXT. It's just like all of the relationships they have with other companies are always going to be one sided towards WWE. Like they don't care if the other people look good. They don't. So this is why buying AAA is a bad thing for wrestling. Terrible thing. Ugh. I
Pick
mean,
him up,
good for
show him
Joe
some
Henry. He
fucking
got a
respect.
WrestleMania payday, which is not nothing.
Yeah,
But like, I don't think that this benefited his career as much as he hopes it will. He didn't look competitive. He looked lucky in a couple of spots. He got taken down by like one move. Like, and he's gonna hit him with it again. He's gonna hit
probably.
him with it again.
Yeah, I feel like he is. If he doesn't, it would be very uncharacteristic of Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it.
He's these freaking guys, man. Really? And now he's gonna mock his thing. Really? Was that necessary? You already RKO'd him twice. This company, I swear to God.
Ugh. Yeah, it should have been solo.
This should have been Solo. They should have had that exact same match, but with Solo spots instead of him, and instead have Orton be a little bit more aggressive, but have just as dominating a victory, so that Solo's really embarrassed. And
Yeah,
compared to Jacob Fatu, when he goes in the back and he has to face him, it's like, well, like I don't know if you, I don't know if I really recognize you. I don't know if I really acknowledge you, my tribal
yeah.
chief. You know,
Ugh. Yay for
I
commercials.
don't recognize some of these people. That's supposed to be Cody Rhodes by the thing, but why does he have like a must? Why does he have
Because that's what
Hulk
like the
Hogan facial
soldier looks
hair?
like. The soldier has like the Hulk Hogan mustache and stuff in that game.
Ugh.
So they just gave him the same face, but made him look like Cody Rhodes. I don't know. It's weird.
Hey, WWE, here's a tip. Maybe in this promo, this video package, when you were highlighting everybody raising their money in the bank briefcases, how about you highlight people who actually did something with it? Showing Austin Theory, who not only cashed in on the United States Championship,
But
but
lost.
lost. Probably not the best way to promote this show.
Probably not.
Just saying, where they do so well in so many elements of marketing.
So
Why did they
wait. The Worlds
do
Collide show
those?
is the same day as Money in the Bank?
I guess. Well, I don't see why they would do that. Wait, is that at the same time?
No, it's
It's
like
not.
the Worlds Collide show's like at 3 or something, and then the Money in the Bank's like at 7 or something. That seems
Yeah.
very odd that they would do that at the same
Yeah,
day.
it's very strange. I can't think of a time they've done that. Like usually when they do NXT shows, it's on like the day before. Like the first, the only NXT show I've been to was that weekend of WrestleMania 31 in Santa Clara, and it was great. We saw Kenta hit the go to sleep on Tyler Breeze. That was pretty awesome. He
Oh yeah.
hadn't done it on TV yet before. Um, but like, yeah, like that was like 2 days before the show. So
Hmm. I think they did Stand and Deliver like before WrestleMania Saturday yesterday. I think, or maybe I don't know, or maybe before SmackDown. It was
yeah.
definitely on the same day as another show this week. Here we go.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So yeah, let's go see what happens during the the first
yeah.
match, the one that we missed. Okay, so huh. Well, looking at the result of that, I I can't say I'm not surprised, but I'm also like I kind of am. Like I'm kind of surprised they went with this because like it's the way I would have gone because I don't like short transitional title reigns. But like
Yeah.
I thought this for sure was a way to get the belt onto Belair. And it looks like they kept it with Io, and that's great for her. That's fantastic. Good for
Yeah.
Io. Um and I mean the way I would have booked it this the same way because the story, right? Remind me, the story was that they were Rhea and Belair were too like focused on each other
Yeah.
and their right to be in this match or whatever that they were completely ignoring the champion.
Yeah.
Kind of almost reminiscent of the builds to WrestleMania 27 with The Miz and John Cena, where The Miz was kind of like he was the champion, but he was like taking a back seat to John Cena and The Rock having their little tiff, right?
Right.
So kind of like that. Um, but yeah, no, I like the EO one, but I'm really kind of surprised that they actually did that.
Yeah, I am too. I
I
didn't
bet it was
think
a
that
ripper
Rhea was gonna
too.
win, but I also didn't think that Io was gonna win. So
Yeah. I might, just for the sake of being able to talk about it next week, uh I might go and watch that match later, even though I'm not normally predisposed to. Simply because those three women kick all kinds of ass. And I
yes,
like all three of them.
yeah,
But wow. Yeah, I can't say that what I would have called that. I thought that they would have given it to Belair. You know, she was
yeah,
previously undefeated at WrestleMania and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm sorry that we waited. No, we didn't wait to talk about it though, because we're
yeah,
still in the commercial phase, and this match between Logan Paul and AJ Styles hasn't even freaking happened yet.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm just watching a video package that's basically filleting Logan Paul, and it's irritating.
yeah, I just okay. So what do you want to do? What what do you all want us to do? I wish this was a live show so we could ask the chat what
Yeah,
we could do. We don't have a chat. We're not a live show. So, um, I mean, ugh, this freaking guy.
ugh. I don't know how long the match is. I wish I knew. I just skipped forward that many minutes.
I hate it when people who are bad people are talented people.
Yeah,
I really, really hate it.
yeah.
Like, I try not to be a bad person. I try actively to be a better person today than I was yesterday. How come I can't have the talent of somebody like a Logan Paul?
Congrats, he's rich. Oh, this guy. I don't, man. I don't know. Fucking hate him so much. I hate that he's in wrestling. I hate that he's good at wrestling. I hate it so much.
Yeah. Ew. Ew. Who
Ew.
brought that sign?
I don't know, but
Ew.
that's disgusting.
Ugh. What is this part of, normally part of his entrance?
I don't think so.
Ugh. I mean, it's a cool trick and everything, but I hate that it's for him. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I know that we want to keep it mostly positive, but I'm not about this guy, and I never will be about this guy. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: AJ Styles, as much as I respect his his abilities and his history and everything, is also kind of a scumbag. So like, he's he's a flat earther MAGA guy. Like, it's
Yeah.
you are not Logan. Ugh. You remember last week when I said that one of those things that I learned in church that stuck with me was what humility is tough because once you think you have it, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Paul needs to go to church.
Yeah. Is it too much to ask that this match is only like 10 minutes long?
I really wish that people like this wouldn't were less comfortable with people literally telling them to F off. Like like there are people in life, and it's not just Logan Paul, who act like heels in real life because any attention is good attention, and it doesn't matter that you know it doesn't matter. Like it should matter what the majority of people think of you.
Yeah.
If they think you're a scumbag, you're probably a scumbag, and you should probably stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You know, here's the funny thing about AJ Styles too. For as good as he is, he doesn't have a great WrestleMania resume.
Mhm.
Like when your best, actual match at WrestleMania is against Shane McMahon, like that's weird, right? That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Like he and Nakamura never replicated their Wrestle Kingdom magic.
No.
You know, I don't know. Like the Boneyard match was fun though. I have to say that it wasn't
Yeah.
a traditional match, so I'm not really like including it in the equation because it was a cinematic match. But like it was really good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna beat AJ Styles, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He absolutely is. Like if I had to bet money on this one, yeah,
Ugh.
they're gonna give this asshole the win over AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Ah, I'm 100%
Man,
positive
he's
that's
really
gonna
gotten
happen.
that Karen hair down,
Yeah,
hasn't
he
he?
sure does, man.
I still can't understand how a man who has flown literally all around the globe so many times can think it's freaking flat.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like you can see the curvature of the earth if you fly high enough into the sky. You can see it. You can see it with your own eyes.
But
So you
we've
think
seen
those
pictures of
windows
AJ
are?
on the plane. He's playing video games.
Ugh, I, I, ugh, I don't understand. I literally, I just can't get it.
No.
So, do you think they repeat the Ricochet spot?
Possible?
Because that spot was cool, but didn't make sense.
No.
Why would you just decide to do that in the moment? Oh, you're on one side of the ring and I'm on the other side of the ring. Let's springboard towards each other and see who wins. Like, what? What kind of wrestling psychology is that?
Right?
Yeah, Wade Barrett's saying that Logan Paul thinks differently than the rest of us. That means that he's calling him an asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like for real, for real. How practiced do you think he is? Like, how many times do you think they went over this match?
Um,
Like, do you think it was Macho Man levels of preparedness?
Probably more. Look, man, I'm watching the guy here. He just did a basic drop down and he couldn't even get the timing right on that. He almost tripped AJ Styles. Like
Um,
you're in WrestleMania right now. You shouldn't be having a problem with a drop down.
yeah,
That's why I'm like, yeah, he's talented at wrestling, but he's
yeah,
still very green.
yeah.
Green at a
Oh, they
level where he
got him a
should
new
not be on
table.
the main roster.
Oh, he's doing the Fit Finley thing. Oh,
Giving some
oh,
love to
who
Fit
called
Finley on
that?
WrestleMania. Hell yeah.
They should have kept the table down the entire show though. They shouldn't have replaced it.
Yeah.
I mean that's true. He hasn't been struck like that before, probably. That doesn't mean that it wasn't a worked knee. Like,
Right. Dear AJ Styles, please use the Just for Men on your chest also.
Hmm.
It's
Hey,
like
AJ, you want to go into business for yourself? I'm not going to blame you.
not at all.
Not at all. Oh,
Damn, they set that shit back like 6 inches. You see that?
yeah.
Oh,
That sounded like it hurt.
yeah, it did. Maybe he did go into business for some just a little bit right there. Okay, man, we're gonna have a match. You're gonna beat me, but I'm gonna beat you up first. Okay.
Yep, you're gonna earn it.
Yeah, you're gonna
You're
earn every
gonna
bit of
earn
it.
it. Is AJ playing a baby face right now, or is he still a heel?
Yeah, AJ's the baby face right now.
Okay, like I don't mean like babyface in relation to Logan Paul. I mean like
I mean, obviously, but yeah, yes,
overall
he's a yeah,
presentation.
he's a face right now.
Okay.
He's like got Logan Paul picking at him on one side and carrying Cross on the other, and it's him and carrying Cross are mostly having a whose hair is more nicely conditioned battle. But yeah,
Is he's like I don't know. Like I was never impressed with Karrion Cross. Wasn't impressed with him in TNA. Wasn't impressed with him in NXT. Like Adam Cole ran him down verbally and he never recovered. And you
no,
know why? Because every single word that Adam Cole said about him was true.
that's
Every
fair.
single syllable was true. It's very appropriate that they call Scarlett the Smoke Show because that's what he is. All smoke and mirrors. Like I don't get it. I mean, I haven't seen him work recently, so you know, I do know that he has a killer Jesse Ventura impression. He seems like a very intelligent guy from his Chris Van Vliet interview,
Yeah.
but like I just don't think that he's anything special in the ring or anything. Dude, everything you do goes on social media. It'll be chopped up into clips to be put on YouTube like 3 seconds after it gets aired. Like, yes, it's going on social media, Wade. Yes.
Now stop blowing at Michael Cole.
Ugh. Uh-oh, he said moveset. Oh, CM Punk's gonna get
Uh-oh.
upset. Okay, that looked pretty. And I hate that.
I hate it.
I hate it. I hate it. It should have looked like crap, but it didn't. It looked really, really good. And I hate it. Oh.
Mm.
Mm.
Bully, yes. Do not call him a thug.
See, in the video games, they call that the alley oop all the time, right?
Yep.
They used to give that to Big Show as like a secondary finisher for some reason.
Yeah,
Like,
I really
I don't think
never
I've
did
ever
it.
seen him actually use it,
Right.
but they always gave it to him in the video games for some reason. I
Like, what
will
is
say
this
I do
dude
like the
doing?
overbomb better as a finisher name, as a name for the move rather
Yeah.
than the alley oop.
Nikita Lyons has entered the chat.
Right? I was just thinking the same thing. Like, wait a minute, I've seen that somewhere before. That was a lady who did it.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't think he has the boxing back. Like I know his brother has been boxing.
He
Does
had
he
a
have a
like
boxing
one
background too?
boxing match
Like
and
that's more of a background than I have. So
yeah.
I guess I should give it to him. Uh-oh. Like I feel like this. I don't know. Like Logan Paul's getting a lot of offense in. It's making me question my prediction. You know?
Uh I don't know. I know WWE enough to be like they're about to piss me off. They got to piss me off at least once tonight. Uh I mean, but just the virtue of this person's face being on the TV is
Ugh.
enough to be like, oh,
He's
goddamn.
beating John Cena and Dean Ambrose for the AWE or for the WWE title on separate occasions, but he doesn't have an answer for Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, Wade. All right. Oh,
Ooh.
oh. He did go in the corner. He was in the corner. He just didn't take a hit. You can tell he's showing his age, isn't
Yeah.
he?
He's just slower.
Yeah,
You still look like you're able to go, man, but it might be
yeah.
time to
He
hang it
he
up
does
soon.
have kind of like the old man gut kind of though.
Yeah.
The same thing that Randy Orton got.
Jericho too. Just like no matter how many ab days you have, man, that gut gonna catch up with you eventually.
Yeah, man, couldn't even drop him right on the top of his
On
head.
his head, yeah. Too much to ask.
Oh, I wish you could see. I wish you could see my subtitles because somebody made a typo instead of two braggadocious and Rue braggadocious. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He is a long and rangy, isn't he?
Mhm.
Like he's got really long limbs. Ugh, Rick. Gross.
Yeah.
Maverick is usually something that's painted as a good thing, or at the very least, an alternative good thing, not to be put on as a nickname for a complete and utter dickweed. Is he going to do the DDT, the flipping reverse DDT? Is he gonna be able to hit it on Paul? Nope. Okay. Why are you trying to? Oh, okay. Oh,
Oof.
oh, shoot. Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that he's done that before.
Hangman Page
Um,
has entered the
do
chat.
you right? Do you think is it just our distaste for Logan Paul that's coloring this match, or is it just like really
It
slow?
seems really slow, like they're taking too
I don't
long
want
in
to.
between moves.
I want to be as objective as I can,
I mean, I can
given
only be objective because I
but
hate Logan Paul. If I have to remove that, like, but then I'm just looking at the match, and what I'm looking at is an AJ Styles who is obviously not moving at his full potential, and a Logan Paul who, unfortunately or weirdly, looks like he's being dragged down into that pace.
yeah, his finisher is a punch.
Yeah, because he has a loaded
His
hand.
finisher is a punch. I'm sorry, when you can do all the cool stuff that he can do legitimately, why would you settle on a punch for your
It's
finish?
storyline because he's got that low. He's got like a plate in his hand or something.
So why don't you just hit him with it to begin with and just end every match early? He's not getting paid by the hour.
Good question. Oh,
This is
because if he
where,
knocks everybody out in the first 10 seconds of their match, people are gonna riot.
yeah. I mean, I guess this is where suspension of disbelief comes in direct
Yeah.
opposition to ring psychology. You
Well, I
know,
mean, like you can bring in Logan Paul, and people aren't gonna like it, but they'll live with it. You can't make him One Punch Man. People aren't gonna live with that.
no. Oh, he's gonna hit him with Styles Clash, isn't he? Yeah. AJ knows selling his own finish.
Damn.
Jeez Louise. Oh, his ear is bleeding.
So complete opposite of yesterday, where Gunther immediately taps out to his own finish.
This damn Jeff.
How is it possible that all of Logan Paul's friends look even more like douchebags than him? Maybe I like carrying cross. You should have sent him into the prime cart.
Yep. Yep. Shoulda. Allen.
Called him Allen.
Yeah. Is he doing like the devil's advocate thing?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that what he's
Carrying cross is
doing?
playing the devil on AJ Styles' shoulder. That's what he's been doing.
He's he's the Sean O'Hare.
Yeah.
That's cool because that's a character that was cool until
Carrying cross is carrying it
basically,
really well too.
you know,
He's playing a good devil's advocate dude. Like
yeah,
it's probably the best he's been on WWE TV doing that, to be
yeah.
honest. And there's that freaking punch.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I like the move. I hate that he calls it the pulverizer though, and I hate that he just won that match. Ugh. I hate that. I like
Yeah.
if I could if we just apologize and pay all the people you scammed back. Just do that so that I can enjoy your wrestling. Like, for fuck's sake. Like, literally just pay back
And
the people you
apology and
scammed.
give a real apology for
Yeah,
Japan.
a real apology, not some bullshit statement you released through your own Discord that your fucking admins got the PR up before it got out to anybody, and then you still didn't pay anybody back. Like, that's my big problem. Is like, this dude is literally guilty of securities fraud, but hey, we're watching him on WrestleMania, right?
Yeah. This damn Jeff. Oh, Scarlett was there too. They didn't even
Didn't see
show
her
her.
until just then, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we know we're not in the Vince McMahon era. There was a woman near the cameras and they didn't show her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wade Barrett, for saying what we're all thinking. As if you didn't hate this man already.
Ugh.
I think AJ's cauliflower ear might have torn open or something. I'm not sure what
Maybe.
it is exactly
I
that
don't
he's
know. It
bleeding.
seemed like it was coming from inside his ear, though.
Hopefully not, to be
Yeah, because
honest.
that's
Like,
bad. Ugh.
odd to me that the only place we're seeing Miz on WrestleMania is in a Snickers commercial.
All right.
Snickers now outright telling people you're stupid when you're hungry.
Yeah. Right. How many partners do they have for this show?
I have no idea. Oh, Undertaker's in Fortnite. That's interesting. Is he legitimately that much taller than other avatars? Because
Interesting, I
yeah,
guess. I am not a big gamer, so Fortnite doesn't do anything for me, you
I
know?
don't play a
But
lot of Fortnite, and I'm definitely not spending money on skins. So I mean, that really doesn't
yeah.
do much for me either. They gave me a Snoop Dogg skin for free a few months ago, and that's pretty much all I'll need for the rest of my life. So
No, 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 I
no,
don't care.
nope,
I don't care. You know why? Because as as you know, conjecturized as everything is when we read it online about what happens backstage, I would rather have that conjecture and have it be up to interpretation and up in the air than have their whitewashed version propagandized at us. I no, no.
yeah,
Mm-mm. I don't, I don't know who
I
that
don't know who
is.
that is.
Okay, all right. I mean, I don't know anything about him, so I don't want to hear. I don't. I don't want to hear Michael Cole talking about his guy. I don't want
Quavo.
to. I don't. I don't want to think about him listening to hip hop at all.
I
It's
don't either.
what like what even? Like no.
Like
Ugh.
Pat McAfee, please quit trying to youthify Michael Cole, okay? Because you're not making Michael Cole better. You're just making hip hop worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so who's gonna? Based on that silhouette, I would say Roxanne Perez.
No. That's not what I'm hearing. I mean, it could be, but she's not a baby face, right?
No, I don't think so.
She's a
Actually,
heel.
yeah.
What I heard with a rumor, I'm really, really, really excited about. Really
Well,
excited about it.
it must be somebody big because they're bringing the champs out first.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't have their own like tag team music as tag team champions, and they keep making Raquel come out like, even though she's one half of the tag team champions, she's acting as like Liv's, still just acting as like her lackey,
Her
her
heater.
heater. Yeah,
Yeah, it's Diesel and Shawn, right?
yeah. Yeah, like everything's all Liv branded except like that one Raquel Rodriguez panel on the side,
Yeah.
like
No. No.
no.
No. No, that's not no. Who's George Kittle? I don't know who that is.
He plays for the 49ers, I think.
Okay. So out of touch.
If he still
That's
plays,
me.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got a bird thing, right?
Yeah, she's a Valkyrie. That's
Uh,
the thing.
who is not defending her intercontinental title.
Right. And it's probably also not winning the tag team championship, if I had to guess.
I mean, if the rumors are true, I would not count it out. That's a pretty rad outfit, though. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
gonna
is.
lie. Look at her hair. Her hair is amazing. Oh, all of Def Rebel's music sounds the same. All
Mm,
of it sounds the same, Aaron.
I am aware, homie. I am aware. No fucking way. No fucking way.
Yep, that's what I heard. And these two
Now
have
there's no
history,
way they retain the tag team titles.
right? Like
No
that's what I'm
fucking
saying.
way, dude. Not without considerable amounts of fuckery.
Yeah. And these two have history because they were Lara Valkyria won the NXT title off of Becky Lynch.
You can see the people not expecting to see Becky Lynch tonight.
Oh, I'm so happy for her.
Oh, look at Liv. She is concerned.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah, she has been
Oh,
telling
I
everybody that
forgot
she
about that.
retired
Yeah.
Becky Lynch. Yeah.
Oh, I love her so much.
Wade Barrett, I need you to decide if you're a heel or face commentator. Because like he's saying all the
Yeah.
things we're thinking about Logan Paul, but now he's saying this match should be stricken from the card. Like, can you please
Yeah.
decide which one you are, Wade Barrett?
Stay in a lane.
And if you're gonna swerve into a different lane, please swerve into Pat McAfee's.
Yeah. Why are Yeah, see that I agree with ways like why are the commentators antagonizing the wrestlers? It seems kind of sexist, guys. You wouldn't do that with the boys, would you? Would you?
At least
Lyra's
Becky
going to be a
Lynch's
double
gear that
champion.
she has on looks like it's comfortable.
Why does the referee look like the big boss man?
I don't know, but he sure
The
did,
big
didn't
boss
he?
man is refereeing this match.
Apparently.
God, it's so weird. Like because women tends to be shorter on average than men, when you see a 6 foot woman and in comparison to her peers who are all like, Becky Lynch is what, like 5'5", something
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Like the size disparity seems like a lot more proportionally than, you know, a 6 foot, 7 guy having over a 6 foot 1 guy. It's like, and even that's a big difference, but it looks
Yeah.
even more striking with the women because most of the women are a lot shorter.
Yeah. It appears the barbed wire on Raquel's gear is 3D and it is already falling off.
Wait, what?
The
What?
barbed wire on the legs of her gear is like 3D and it's like coming off already. Look.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Ugh, right
that
in
was
the
ugly.
gut. He's too busy trying to find his nightstick.
We have little Nate, and now we have little Boss Man.
Yep. Well, certainly not the big boss man, because that's the big boss man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's definitely some plastic like party city crap that she's got wrapped around her gear there. So this is the first time I'm seeing Liv Morgan wrestle in literal years. Like the last time I saw her wrestle was like in 2019 or
Yeah,
something. You know, post Riot Squad, like right around the time. Well, what was she doing? She was Lana's lover when
yeah,
she
something like
was
that.
also with Bobby Lashley. Like
Something like that, I guess.
so, like it'll be interesting to see if my opinion of her changes at all because like I didn't really think much of her skill back then. Hey, somebody missed an elbow drop. It's a WCW special. They did that stuff all the time in mid 90s WCW, early 90s too. Yeah, I don't see why she's on anything different was going to happen. Ugh, sorry. It's been a long Easter Sunday for me.
Yeah.
Happy Easter. One day belated to everybody. Hope everybody got lots of chocolate. And the man is in. Uh, I love you, Becky. Always and forever. Even if you do have terrible taste in men. Oh, Molly go round.
Wow.
What do you
Haven't seen
know?
that in a while.
I don't think I've ever seen it from Becky. Stop trying to do the accent. That's not the disarmer. Michael Cole, you're here all the time. There,
This is the
there it
disarmer.
is. This is the disarmer. Michael Cole, you've been here for like 30 years and you still can't get the calls right.
Low bridge.
Low bridge.
Oh.
I
Oh,
saw
just in time,
I saw
too.
something that says that Liv's Oblivion finisher has never been kicked out of, and it's like one of just a handful of current WWE finishers that can actually say that.
I don't think it actually has been. Every time I've seen somebody best it, they stop it from happening in the first place. No
New tag
way.
champs,
New
new
tag
tag
champ.
champs. My man,
Um,
the man, Becky Lynch.
I'm
Love her
thinking, I'm
so
thinking, I'm
much.
thinking. Every title has changed hands. Every title that's been on the line has changed hands.
Really.
Yeah. Okay. No, wait, wait. Except EO. EO retained. EO's the only one who's
EO
retained.
retains. EO
So EO
retains.
retained, but Jacob Fatu's the new US champ. New Day are the new Raw tag team champs. Um uh who is see new tag champs here. Um New Intercontinental champ, new WWE champ or new world heavyweight champ.
I we're going to go on a limb and assume a new WWE champ as
I'm
well.
going to assume John Cena will win 17 tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see how you
Which
don't
should
do it.
be next, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if we're on the 5 match format, that should be next.
Yeah.
Lyra 2 belts. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is what is she? Maybe the what is there? Maybe less than 10 people that have been a dual champion in WWE. It hasn't happened
I
that
mean,
often.
it hasn't happened often in history, although in the last 10 years or so, they're really ramped up on it. I mean, technically speaking, the belt that Cody carries, anybody who wins it is
Is a
a
dual
two
champ.
belter.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be funny if they had to come out in all the belts that broke down, made up the title that they're defending. Because like the world
Right?
heavyweight champ in the WWE, they'd be like 7 belts a piece or something like that,
Yeah, absolutely nuts.
including a version of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship or two actually, because I think it feeds into both titles at some point. If
Yeah, maybe.
John Cena's a heel, but he's still doing funny commercials.
Yeah.
Have you seen the "You Can't See Me" commercial that he did?
No.
He did a like a like a Boston baked beans commercial or something where the commercial itself was him coming to shoot the commercial, and then he like gets in front of the podium and he's talking and he's doing the commercial, and they're like, "Where is John? I can't believe he's not here." It's like so it's like a 2 or 3 minute long commercial, but it's all about how like they can't see him and he's standing right there, and that shit will never get old. I'm sorry. As long as it's done right, it will not get old.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a great joke. See? Backlash St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Randy Orton versus John Cena for the like
You got it.
700th time.
And for the only time where Randy Orton was the baby face and John Cena was the heel.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Cena Cena opens up all these new possibilities as heel champ because it's never happened.
Yeah.
So he can face his greatest rivals, some of them. He can face new people, you know, and it all has and all those matchups that aren't new feel new because the dynamic has switched.
Yeah. WWE letting Penta bring like that indie AEW flavor into those matches. I'm not
Yeah,
mad at that at all. I don't think
no,
like I'm totally cool with that.
no. I mean that's the way wrestling is going. It's WWE's behind.
Yeah.
You know, it's about time they catch up. So I assume we're getting like a Judgment Day segment off of this because otherwise, why show this again except to kill time?
Unless we're gonna have a segment right. I mean, I know we're gonna get one tomorrow on Raw, but I don't know about maybe we're about to get a segment. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long is left on this
Well, this is
show.
the Aviator highlight of the night. They said. Ah,
There's still like almost an hour left, so maybe they're just taking a nice long break before the main.
anyway.
But I imagine the main's gonna be an overbooked 45-minute long fucking thing
Yeah,
too.
like
So
I've got 552 out of 8 hours on my feed here, so they're probably including post show too.
oh yeah, on your feed, yes, post show is on that same feed.
Yeah,
They just don't stop the feed on Peacock, which I hate. I hate. Like I'm watching it on Netflix right now with my VPN, and it's so much better
yeah.
than using Peacock.
Oh,
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 okay.
oh. I mean, we knew he was in town for the Hall of Fame, but oh,
He
okay.
came out last night, with maybe they're doing the Hall of Fame thing right now because they did that last night too, though.
Why would they do it in both nights?
I don't know. WWE. Okay, is he gonna come out or are he just playing the music to get the pop?
Where is he?
I don't
Oh,
on a four
oh, he
wheeler.
probably had trouble with his quad. It's so funny that they call them four wheelers. It's like all cars have four wheels. Like that's so dumb.
Oh shit! Steve's had too many beers. Why is he out here driving?
Well, I mean that's a hell of a parking job right there. Oh man, it's weird
That lady
seeing him
looked
with.
pissed.
Oh man, I don't. It's so weird seeing him with a gray beard.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. Oh, and he's got old man elbows.
Attendance.
Yeah. Only?
Yeah, last night was about the same.
I thought. I mean, just looking around, I would have guessed at least 70, and that's probably blown up. So.
Shut up, Pat McAfee.
Shut up, Pat. I swear to God, I will travel through time and across the country to strangle you myself. Yeah, which is also probably bullshit. He's been
Wade Barrett really needs a
Wade Barrett's,
beer.
he really needs a beer. He's needed a beer this entire night.
Somebody give Wade Barrett a fucking beer.
So how inflated do you think that number is?
Based on what I can see, probably not very.
Like they don't ever need to do that, but they always feel a
They
need to do
always
that.
overinflate it, I feel like. Yeah,
And
but I mean,
that's
I'm
left
looking at this,
over
I'm like, that might be right. You know, like,
that's left over from the Vince era too. Like they've continued to do that despite
yeah.
Vince McMahon not being
I
there.
mean,
So
maybe it's legit because they know tomorrow we're gonna have the turnstile counts. So,
maybe, yeah.
I mean, maybe they're gonna be legit now because they know
The
we're gonna
only
be able to get the numbers, and somebody's
yeah,
gonna dig them up and make a whole article about it. So,
what the hell was that? I don't know. Um,
probably still apologizing to that
yeah,
lady for
like
almost running her
you
over.
there's another thing you can thank trolls of AEW for. Oh, the turnstile count. Who cares? Jeez, guys, just like who cares?
Yeah. I thought it only became a thing because people were, saying a number of people that came into a building that did it, and I thought that was the WWE thing, like, hey, we
No,
got a
no, it
hundred
was
thousand at this
because
WrestleMania, but they
no,
damn
it
near
was
was
because of
80.
All In. It was
Mm.
because of All In, and it was primed to be the biggest voluntary audience
Yeah,
of
yeah,
a wrestling show ever. And some of these, partisan goofballs are trying to look for any way to discredit them. And that's when turnstile count became a thing.
mm.
It's like, who cares if it didn't break the record? Who cares if they didn't fill Wembley Stadium? They got like 70,000 people in there.
Yeah,
Who cares if they were one seat short of filling up the place? That's still 70,000 people who came to see the secondary brands. Like that's incredible in and of itself. Like it's this weird mentality. It's the Ricky Bobby thing. If you're not first, you're last, right?
yeah.
So are you seeing anything? I'm not seeing anything.
I am seeing
I'm
a
getting
John Cena
audio.
video package.
I'm getting audio and no video.
Oh,
Okay, I'm just mm, I'm seeing nothing. I'm gonna wait until I hear the show comes back, and if the show there's actual wrestling on here and I can see it, then we'll be good. But right now, I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not getting any video at all for these commercials.
It's weird. Peacock was cutting off a lot of stuff for me yesterday too. They just say we will, like we'll
Yeah.
resume coverage shortly or whatever.
Uh, it's weird. On the one hand, I thought it actually wouldn't mind hearing the commercials without any video, but no, it's actually more annoying, I think. Getting Scotch commercials. Like, how many freaking commercials do they need? Like, they should have just put
This
Chelsea
is a
Green on
really
the
long
show.
video package,
Yeah, like, put Chelsea Green on the show.
right? Like this
You,
could have been a
you,
10-minute Chelsea
you,
Green match.
for real. Okay, I'm still not getting a picture.
Yeah, John Cena's about to come in now, so
Okay, I'm gonna reload the page
okay.
and try and get back to where I was. I was around 6 hours and 3 minutes.
Fuck them if they want to fuck with us that bad. Turn the volume down a little bit here.
You guys, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it.
I can't hear
Um,
it.
let's see. How can I make it where you can hear it? That's gonna be an interesting question. Oh wait. Maybe
That's just a stagehand.
it looks like a stagehand.
Stagehand does not be seen. You hear that dude is crawl walking across the back. John Cena giving him a dirty look.
Like, why the hell are you in the way of my WrestleMania entrance, you fuck?
Yeah. I'll talk to you after the show.
Yeah. Oh no, they
Gets
got things
read the
fired
riot
after the
act.
show.
Well, I guess it's not so bad that I can't hear Pat McAfee's terrible commentary.
Oh, trust me, it's really not that bad because he's having a conniption.
Yeah.
Hmm. I wonder if there's a way to share the sound. It's weird that it's not sharing it.
Is it on my end? I have to do something with my soundboard or
No,
something?
probably not. I think I have to loop the sound through my my stuff. I'm not sure how to do that exactly. Yeah, that's something I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah,
This whole
that's okay.
eventuality is something that I wasn't prepared for.
Ah, well, it is what it is. Even if it's a little laggy, it's fine. Even if I can't hear it, it's fine. You know why? Because at the end of the day, wrestling is a storytelling medium that is mostly visual anyway.
Yeah.
I like how they went very simple with the entrance. John Cena, just black and white, no like, overly fancy. I mean, you're getting a little bit with the lights here, but for the most part, no fireworks, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
Fits
It's
well
like
with
a
the character
black
they're
entrance.
trying to do. Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
it is, but I mean, I kind of like it. Like considering
Yeah.
this character is supposed to be like, what it is. You want to talk about the? I heard about the promo battle that they had.
Oh man.
You want to talk about that
I
while we're waiting for
mean,
Cody to come out?
we covered most of them. He hasn't really been on the show last couple weeks, so or
Why?
Cena hasn't.
Why are there motorcyclists just running around all over the place?
I don't know.
Adrenaline in my soul. Get these bikers off the road.
I like the helmet. This is a way nicer mask than the last
I
one he used.
I actually.
Oh,
Oh, that's
that
cool.
was rad.
That's so
That
neat.
was rad. I can't even be mad at that, man.
No way. No, not at all. That was so nasty. That's
That was
great.
that was fantastic.
Freaking Iron Man helmet going
Uh,
on here. Oh, so that's neat. If they don't make that like a high-end merch item,
yeah,
missing out. Like, can you imagine how many little kids would adore that? Owning one of that? Like, I'm sure it would be expensive as hell. But there are a lot of parents who would spend an exorbitant amount of money to make their kids happy. So,
yeah. My
and
God,
most of
that
them are
was
here
cool,
in this
man.
audience because let me tell you, those tickets are not cheap.
Yeah, I like how I like the feathers that are coming off of his jacket. Those aren't normally there.
Yeah.
Like he's added feathers to the shoulders and stuff. It's just
Yeah, they're usually just kind of like scales almost.
yeah,
They're a
it's
lot
just a
shorter and they
much
don't go
more
all the way down the
exaggerated.
arm there.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
much more exaggerated version of what he normally wears, but I like it.
Yeah. I still hate the looks of these belts.
Yeah, I'm not really. It just
Like, I
they're
get
just too
why.
big or not. I mean, I guess too
It's too
square.
simple, is what it is. Like, and I know why they do it. It's so
Yeah,
that they can make a whole bunch of toys using the same molds. It's a it's
yeah,
a cost it's a cost cutting measure, really,
yeah,
at the end of the day. But like these, they look so boring.
yeah,
It's just the big logo. That's literally it. And it's just so boring and uninspired and it looks cheap. Like compare that with the AEW World Title belt. Is that thing big and gaudy? Yeah, but
yeah,
it looks like it's worth winning, doesn't it?
yeah.
Oh, look, the little girl who eradicated racism. Yay, liberty. It's really funny is that guy standing next to Brandy kind of looks like a neo-Nazi.
A little bit.
Like he was on the edge of looking some paramilitary skinhead kind of deal. Like it was sorry to whoever that was if you listen to our podcast or ever wind up listening to our podcast. But yeah, you might want to change your look because you look kind of racist.
real skinheadish.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it made me uncomfortable. Oh, look, we've got Storm from 1980s for the mohawk and the white and
Yeah.
everything. Like when she lost her powers and ran into Dracula.
It's funny because like she had the same hairstyle yesterday on last night's
Yeah.
show, and so did Xavier Woods. He had his hairstyle exactly like hers. It was kind of
Twinsies.
funny. Like it was funny because when she was doing the introductions for the tag team title match, and like she's like New Day, and he's just like looking at her, and she's like looking at him.
I like how that there were eventual replacement for Samantha Irvin was somebody exactly like her.
Yeah.
It's like we're searching for this. We're casting for this. Can you ape this?
Wanted
Oh
actress to
yeah.
play Samantha Irvin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Somebody earlier said that WWE is going with the biblically accurate angel setup and for their lighting rig, and I cannot disagree.
Biblically accurate angel.
Yeah, because there's like a third wheel up at the top that's like tilted a whole nother direction. So it just like from certain angles, like of pictures that I've seen of people taking it and saying that, it looks like this orb of like different directional like circles and stuff. It looks really cool from some angles, but they're like, yeah, biblically accurate angel. All right, here we go. Undisputed championship. A lot of let's go Cena chants. Like it's the
Yes.
dueling, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, but the Cena sucks is a lot quieter.
Yeah. God, he looks so skinny. Like he looks. Oh, I don't want to like it looks weird because his veins are still popping out and stuff, but he's not nearly as jacked as he used to be. And he's
Yeah.
all
He's like
white,
lean.
super super pale. He's getting that middle aged neck going. Like
Yeah.
God, somebody in their mid 40s should not be wearing jorts to wrestle.
He should have come out in gear.
Should have
Like
come out in
real
gear.
gear for like the last, like for like the first time in a long time, just like real gear.
Yeah, but I mean that initial heel promo because like I'm not changing anything. So it doesn't really make it makes a lot of sense that he's still doing this from a character standpoint.
This man's really gonna slow play the shit out of this.
Ugh, bummer.
I don't know if I don't yeah, I'm not gonna enjoy Cena wrestling as a heel because I want to watch him fight. Like, come on, man. The gear maker was like, "How many kinds of velvet would you like on these pants, Cody?" And he was like, "Yes."
Why would anybody wrestle in that? That'd be so sweaty.
Oh yeah, I can only
It would
imagine how
cling
badly
so
that pair of
bad.
pants is gonna smell after this match is
Oh,
over, dude.
yeah,
Ah.
you gotta imagine. Yeah. Ugh.
They're made of like suede or something. Like his sweat's going nowhere. He is gonna
Yeah.
reek when this is over. 100%.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it'll probably go into like a cedar chest and never be seen again unless they're doing memory stuff, like
Yeah.
it's definitely not gonna be wrestled in again. So because
No, probably not.
you can't wash that smell out, man. I'm sorry, you can't. Not of that kind of gear. Like that's why they do like the wet look and the vinyl and all that, and spandex and stuff like that because it washes out.
Yeah.
uh, like velvet and stuff like that, like whatever actual fabric they're using for those to make it look like that. It just soaks up everything and it stinks.
Yeah. That sounds like it. Ugh.
I actually know this consequently because of another wrestler named Cody.
Oh,
If
really?
yeah, if he ever hears this, shout out Cody Jones, uh, son of Soul Man Tom Jones. Um, but yeah, he had a pair of gear that was a set of trunks that was in that, and he like had them in his bag, and he came to a show one night, and I hate to put you out like this, Cody, but it stunk, man. It stunk. It stunk.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
stunk
that's
out
too
like the whole
bad.
locker room. Everybody's like, "What the fuck, man?"
That's too bad.
Yeah.
There's this first dive
Yep. First of like 10, probably.
for him, not for Cena.
Not for Cena.
Cena's
No,
not doing
Cena. If
dives.
Cena does a dive, I'll shit a golden brick.
And his punches always look terrible.
Yeah.
Like everything he did kind of looked terrible, honestly.
Right.
How the hell did he become so popular and become the guy when everything he does looks like garbage? I don't get it.
The the haircut being kind of weird, him being kind of pale. He looks like a beefed up Billy Kimber from Peaky Blinders. I'm John Cena, so I'm gonna have you shot against a post.
He comes out in a newsy cap, you know.
His jorts even still have like the American flag on them, man. Like,
Of course they do. Yeah. The way Cody has wrestled so far, I almost get the feeling like he's determined to get a passable match out of John.
yeah,
Like at this rate, like we haven't seen John wrestle as a heel since 2003.
yeah.
Like, and with the way
Like,
he looks, like, can you really like? I don't know if I buy him as a power guy anymore.
yeah.
Like for a normal dude, he looks absolutely jacked out of his mind. But
Hmm.
comparison to past Cena, nah, this guy
Yeah.
looks skinny as hell.
He's about
Like,
half of old Cena.
yeah, it looks like John Cena threw up half of John Cena.
Yeah. I think the thing for me as I'm watching WWE pay-per-views and also watching AEW pay-per-views is that like the main event scene in WWE has a deliberate slowness to it, I feel like,
Yeah,
that the main event scene in AEW does not have. They have they keep the pace across the card, you know.
yeah,
I mean, most of the time, like if you got Swerve in there with Mox, it's going to be like an AEW style high pace match.
yeah.
Now, Cope and Mox was a different story, but
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 that,
like
I mean,
WWE shows are just
yeah,
slower, man. Like we got 5 matches in the same amount of time that I would have gotten like 10 on AEW, and I know like the
and
matches
those
are,
matches would have had a lot more content too.
yeah, they would have been longer. There would have been a lot less vignettes and stuff. Like I'd understand like if we took all this time for 5 matches, if we had like backstage stuff going on and like furthering of angles and things like that, but it's just video packages.
Yeah,
And most of that is just for the sake of having time to insert commercials for people whose subscriptions have commercials in them.
Yeah. And a lot of those were longer. Those commercial breaks were longer than the Randy Orton match,
Yeah, yeah, a bunch of them have been.
which is fine if you insert another one or two smaller, shorter matches in there to pad the time as well. It's not a
Yeah,
bad thing. Nobody expected Randy Orton to lose. Like,
yeah,
but you really, I you really telling me you couldn't have added a tag team title match in here somewhere? That you couldn't have added Chelsea Green?
yeah, like a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Yeah, Chelsea Green Women's US title. I mean, there's a few things that they could have added to this show, if especially if they wanted all the titles to be defended. I mean, there's three titles I think across the whole company, if you don't include NXT, that haven't been defended here,
Yeah,
and two of them didn't appear on the show at all, but the TNA World Championship did,
yeah, and
and
got jobbed out to by
got
some.
jobbed out. Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
like,
just some bad decisions on that. Like just some little bad decisions, but bad decisions.
yeah.
Still nonetheless. Oh, right in the gut.
Here's Cody trying to finally pick up the pace.
Yeah, let's pick it up, man. Like it's so slow. Like
Like, I'm sorry, like you're selling second rope sledges as if you've gotten speared by Goldberg. Like,
yeah,
come on, man. Like,
yeah,
I know it's John Cena, but like, oof,
yeah.
come on.
I mean, it looks like Cody's trying to, like bring the pace up, and Cena's just not is dragging it down, like purposefully.
Yeah,
Like maybe they're telling that as a story, but guys, if this match ended right now, I'd be like, it was a plotting piece of shit, 2 stars. You know,
yeah,
like it's
yeah,
starting to it's right now it feels a lot like Boxing Co. It just
yeah.
isn't striking any chords for me. Like I need it to pick up. And if this was Cena as a heel, okay, I get it. But like I wanted a match between John fucking Cena and Cody fucking Rhodes. Like, here we go. All
Okay,
right.
fine. Finally, an interesting move.
We're right into a pin, and now we're gonna sell that pin for 2 minutes. Like, get
While the
up.
camera, while John Cena desperately tries to stay out of the way of the camera showing his bald spot.
Yeah. Speaking of bald spots, that Kevin Knight promo on Ricochet,
Yeah,
gold.
yeah.
I can do one thing
And
you
then
can't
and
do.
then
What?
Renee Paquette flipping her hair away
Dude,
out of the frame.
pettiness. She's still the big
Petty.
bad of AEW. Pettiness.
Yeah.
Look at that
She's
pettiness.
yeah. Like Cody Rhodes should not be this like
Beat up by John Cena
after this
5 minutes
particular
into the match. Oh no, here we go. Shoulder tackle. Okay, dude, come on. We would have been three more moves into the five moves of doom by now, like 5 years ago.
well, this is heel John Cena.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
know
gonna
he's
milk
working it deliberately slow, but it's driving me mad, dude. Like,
I know.
oh
Like it's one thing to work slow to get somebody mad. It's another thing to do it so slow that they become disinterested.
yeah,
I'm becoming disinterested.
yeah. Like y'all are about to hear about how much I love Tony Storm's commentary this week on
Oh my god.
Collision.
Oh, oh, she's
She's just the
brilliant.
best, isn't she?
She's the best. She's the best character in all of wrestling. Hate me all you want. It's true though.
He
Like,
poked him in the fucking eye.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh
you
my
can't see me,
gosh.
poke you in the eye. Holy crap, Cody Rhodes with the Randy Orton style freaking power slam. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Finally picking up the pace here with the disaster kick.
I half expected an Oscar there for some reason. I have no idea why.
Well, because he uses it.
Yeah, it's called. Oh, yeah, they call it the Cody Cutter over here, don't
Yeah.
they?
What's his philosophy is if he wrestles you 3 times, he can steal your crap.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Speak
there
of
it
the
is.
devil.
Yep.
There's the Os Cutter.
There's the Cody Cutter.
I
Also, the
wonder what it's
wings
actually a springboard cutter. Is that what it would
springboard
actually be
cutter. Yeah,
called? Yeah.
yeah, it's a springboard cutter.
Yeah.
Or spring. If you want to get really technical, it'd be a springboard or 3/4 face lock, uh, face plant. But
Springboard cutter works.
yeah, I like
That would be
cutter.
an accepted term, I guess.
Absolutely. I think that you know everything else. When Randy Orton does it, it's the RKO. Any other type of that is some kind of cutter
Yeah.
in reference to DDP, who
Yeah.
you know still to my in my estimation probably has the best version
Mhm.
because not because of its form or anything like that, but like just all the creative ways he was able to get into that. There were matches on Nitro and Thunder where he was getting his rear end handed to him.
Hmm.
You know, very, 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 very much so for like 6 minutes straight, and then all of a sudden he'd be on somebody's shoulders. He'd come back around, hit him with a diamond cutter, and it would be over. It
Yeah.
would be over.
Over.
You can do that with one guy on the roster. You can do that with one guy to
Yeah.
have the insta finish, even though you're getting your crap kicked out of you, because that gets the move over. You can't do that with every guy because then every guy is the same. But you can do it with one guy and then
Yeah.
get him over with it, and that's what happened with DDP. The move, people were looking, oh, when is he going to hit it? When is he going to hit it? I bet he
Hmm.
hits it from here. No, oh, okay. And it conditioned them to never count him out, made him very appealing as a baby face because
Yeah.
you knew all it took was one opportunity to hit the cutter and it would be done. Like it made his matches very exciting, even when he was getting the crap kicked out of him.
Yeah.
It was so smart. It was such smart booking. It really was. Oh, Super A.
Avalanche AA.
Triple A,
And he still
which they just
kicks
bought.
out.
Do you think
Yeah,
that's
they
why I
just
did
bought
it?
AAA and now Cena's
Just
got the AAA.
yeah. Do you think that's why I did it? I think that's why I did
Maybe.
it.
Avalanche
I
AA
I
works.
well, guess what? Just like this, WWE isn't going to job for Triple A.
Oh man.
Oh, this match needs to speed back up. I'm bored.
Hmm.
I don't want of all the matches on a card, any card. I do not want to be bored by the main event.
Nah, me neither. Oh,
They call it that for a reason. It is, in theory, the match that most people most want to see.
yeah.
So it better deliver. So why are we faffing around like this? Because it's John Cena and he's old and he doesn't know anything else? Probably.
Yeah. Starting to feel real Hogan-y.
Oh,
No
all the
way.
way up top.
That was a Cody stunner. He landed on his butt.
Ugh.
It's a stunner if you land on your butt.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Yes and no. It depends on where the opponent's face goes. If the opponent's face still winds up on the mat, then it's a cutter.
Okay,
If it
yeah, it's still a
winds up on your
cutter. Yeah.
shoulder, it's a stunner.
Fair. Okay.
If you wind up on your butt, but they still wind up on going face first into the mat, that's just a badly executed cutter. That's
Every time,
all.
every time John Cena's hair stands straight up and you get that ball spot going real hard, I'm like, I'm
Yep.
the fire starter.
How many freaking? That's the
Three
third one.
AAs. Oh, oh, oh. And now the STF. Oh, they added the U back. Holy
Oh,
shit.
did they?
Yeah, he just said
Oh,
STFU. Michael Cole just said it loud as hell, STFU.
Well, then why didn't they call the AA the FU again?
I don't know.
Might as well if you're going along the same theme.
Yeah, I mean, he's a heel.
This
We could call
is
it the FU again, but they call it the AA for sure. Oh, he's dragging him back out. This might. No, this can't be it already.
no, I can't imagine it would be.
No.
I if he's winning, it's not clean,
I don't feel like it would be. That's why I'm saying I feel like it's too
right?
early
Like,
already. Like I don't feel like he's gonna win this
yeah.
match. If he does, I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'll feel some type of way about that or what. Like
You know what bugs me is that he's probably not going to win this clean. He's probably going to get some assistance from something. If it's his own assistance via cheating, that's fine. But if he gets outside interference after dominating this much in the match, it just makes Cody look
oh,
like
there
a
goes the
dork.
ref. Yep, we're
There's the
about to get some
ref.
fuckery.
Then it just makes Cody look like a total chode. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna get okay. Crossroads and no ref.
you know, visual pin,
One,
one, two,
two, three,
three, etc.
4, 5. Yeah, the crowd's up at like 7 now. 10,
All right, what are we
13
getting?
count. Okay, so we have like I don't know, maybe 15 minutes left. And The Rock has not made his face, he's not shown his face at all. I imagine he has to be making an appearance soon.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh,
got to
here
be.
we go.
Oh,
Here's
okay.
cheating.
Here's the
Okay,
cheating.
cheating's fine. Cheating's fine. Oh, there it is. Is he gonna bleed? It's Cody. Do you think he bleeds?
Maybe. Oh
Cody
no,
loves
here's
to
the
bleed.
refs coming up, dude. This is about
No, with this much time left, no, I don't think so.
okay.
No.
Okay.
That was the fourth one. How weakened is Cena that he needs more than four AAs to finish somebody off?
Yeah. We definitely know Vince McMahon ain't booking this because one AA would have done it. The Avalanche
Yep.
AA would have done it for sure.
Yeah. At WrestleMania, sometimes he would allow for two, but he
Oh,
wasn't going to do
music,
more than that.
music. Who is it? It's Travis Scott.
What the dude who punched him for real?
Yes. Why? Why? Why is Travis Scott? Why is it him and not The Rock?
More to the point, why is he getting music in an entrance when he shouldn't be right in front of the referee making his appearance felt?
No, no. And if he gets in between those ropes, Cody Rhodes better mollywop the shit out of him. Like for real. Because he is owed a receipt.
Yeah. This, he's
Why
just a
is
rapper, right? Like,
yeah, he's a rapper who's responsible for a bunch of people dying at a festival in Houston that he throws every year because he doesn't have proper security or entryways or anything. Like he's just another indefensible scumbag that I cannot believe is on my screen right now while I'm watching Wrestle fucking Mania. But now I'm like, if he's here, where's The Rock? Like,
maybe he's not showing.
if we're gonna get this asshole and not The Rock, that's very disappointing. It's WrestleMania. Like you would think The Rock would be here because that's part of the deal. Like he's part of this
Yeah.
storyline, even though he hasn't really been mentioned since the last time he showed up. As
Yeah.
far
I'm not.
as why?
What? Yo, ref. What the hell is going on here?
I have no idea what's happening.
Dude,
Hit him.
what?
Oh yeah, you better jump down.
Too close to the ropes. Oh, no, maybe not. Nope, too close to Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please get out there and do something stiff to him. Like, please. I remember.
Oh, I remember.
I remember.
No,
Yeah,
you go
slide in
out
that ring.
after
I
him.
dare you. You are about to get a receipt in front of like 80 million people watching. Yes, please. Worth it. Now kick him out of the ring. Be like, don't ever get your ass in here
Yeah,
again.
but I mean, they wouldn't do this if Cody was winning.
No, no. I know he's about, yeah, Cena's looking.
He's lurking. He's lurking with the
He's got
belt.
the belt.
Oh, but Cody's spidey sense is tingling.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, just do it, Cody. Don't be a
Just clock
pansy.
him. Come on.
Dude, even if the ref sees you get disqualified and you keep the belt and he gets his receipt, it's fine. The
Ah,
baby faces are the worst.
dude, yeah. This is why people cheer anti-heroes because that
Yep.
type like I'm sorry. I'm not
Too trusting.
I'm
Yeah.
not so morally upstanding that I wouldn't have clocked him with that fucking belt. I'm sorry. Like,
It's like it would have been a receipt. He already cheated by exposing the turnbuckle and getting Travis Scott involved. Like it would have been justified.
yeah. Yeah, he cheated already. Like it's justified to cheat back. That's one, two, three. John Cena's the
Yeah.
champ. I mean, I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Um,
God, I really wish the match was more interesting though.
it was bad, wasn't it?
It was
Like
not good.
you can okay, it's
Like
okay.
it
You
wasn't.
can not mince words if you want to.
No,
I thought it
no.
was
I mean,
bad.
I. Here's the thing. It was not the worst thing I've ever
Oh
seen,
no, no. Oh God, no. It
but
wasn't the worst.
I mean, it's not like it's not up there with like Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler bad,
Yeah.
but like it was just why did why was it so boring?
Yeah, like like I honestly
Your big match, John. Why was this match so boring?
like is it bad of me that I expected and maybe am realizing now that I kind of wanted like an overbooked just mess that WWE normally treats us to at the end of WrestleMania? Like, is it bad of me to be like, why wasn't there 17 people interfering and where's the fucking Rock?
Yeah, this just sucked.
I didn't
Like it
like it.
just
Like, compared to the rest of the night tonight,
yeah. The
this
rest
was
of the night,
terrible.
you know what was better than this?
Uh,
Joe Henry getting squashed was better than this.
yeah,
Logan Paul going over AJ Styles was still better than this.
yeah.
You know
That's
why?
pretty bad of me to say, too. Like,
Because the the result was expected in that anyway. So it's not like you gave up. You gave anybody's hopes up. And the match was more interesting. It
yeah,
still wasn't great, but it was more interesting. It did more stuff than just finish spam and no sell, except
yeah,
when it was basic offense. Cody sold his ass off for sledgehammers, for double, sledgehammer blows. He sold his ass off for getting kicked in the gut, but he wouldn't sell getting finished from four AAs. Like,
I,
she's a little.
yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel like there was
This sucked. This match was not good.
like the psychology in this match was like elementary school ass fucking psychology. And I don't like this right here
Did
where
did
he's
the
too upstanding to hit him after he's already like tried to fuck him. Like, what do you mean you're not going to hit him with that belt? Hit him. Like, that decision right there alone doesn't make sense. But the rest, I mean, the result, I knew this was, I knew, I mean, of course, John Cena is going to break the record so that
Yeah.
WWE can distance itself from the PR nightmare that is Ric Flair. Okay. That's just what they're
Well,
going to do.
not only that, but I mean, you only have John Cena there for so long.
Yeah.
Get the most out of him that you can.
Yeah. Me
So,
too,
like,
guy with the mullet. What? Yeah. Like that was
like
it?
get
Really?
do the most with him you can. What's the most you can do with him? Get him to that so-called record-breaking title reign, and have him
Mhm.
face off again. Relive his greatest hits with his greatest rivals that are still in the company, and then put over Cody again on the way out.
Yeah. And I
It's gonna
imagine that's
be
what's about
Cody.
to happen. But I
It's
just,
gonna be Cody, and it should be Cody.
but
But like
this was
this, this is
shitty. I mean,
this is just boring. Like
this was
it
as
wasn't
bad as the rest of the night was good. Like,
it wasn't hot garbage, but it was like tepid garbage.
yeah, it was
Like,
some garbage. Yeah. I mean, even Paul Heyman turning on everybody last night and siding with Seth Rollins is better than this.
uh,
I just, I don't, this is, and of course, now we're going to end another pay per view with that asshole standing in the ring. Like, get out of the wrestling ring. Get out.
I hate too that they
Somebody
ended
didn't
it with.
stretch you enough.
I hate too that they ended with the executive producers thing because it just reeks of a Paul Levesque just wanting all the praise and all the credit. Oh, well, I really don't like to be out here. I really don't like to. Yeah, you gave an hour-long Hall of Fame speech. Like
To his
you,
credit, during that Hall of Fame speech, he did insinuate that China is going to be inducted solo into the Hall of Fame. So
well, good.
I hope that happens.
It's true.
He
I
cried
mean,
when he was
it's
talking about her too. That's like the only part of it I've seen, but yeah,
well, at least maybe he feels some remorse
I hope
for
so.
his role because he definitely played a role. But but it also because that other name there is Lee Fitting. And if you know anything about Lee Fitting, that guy is a POS who shouldn't be hired, who shouldn't have gotten hired by WWE or anybody because he's a sex pest.
Yeah,
So like it just reminds you, it's like that whole thing, that last segment there reminded me of so many things that are wrong with WWE. Number one, why would you do this to your fans? Give them a match that was that unsatisfactory. You were already going to give them the bad ending they didn't want anyway. Why did you have to get there in such an unsatisfactory way as well? And then on top of that, it reminds you who's responsible and like, oh, these assholes are the ones who are responsible. Oh, and one of them shouldn't be there. And the other one was sympathizing with the wrong people the other day and telling the fans to go screw off. Like everything about that just encapsulates almost everything that's wrong with that company. Almost.
yeah,
And the thing part that I mean, if you're gonna leave out a part to accentuate, I'm glad they left out the parts that they did because those are even worse parts. But like, oh
yeah,
God. Like I mean, this isn't why I don't watch WWE. I've already gone over my reasons for not watching WWE. They're my own blah blah blah. We won't rehash that. But like I was having a good time for most of this show. If I'm gonna watch it, I want to have a good time, and I
yeah,
did for most of it. I loved seeing Becky Lynch again. I have missed watching her. She is a character that I deeply connected with. Um, Seeing the four way was fun, if a little just chaotic.
yeah,
Um, it was cool to see Joe Henry get a moment, even if it was to look like a geek. You know,
yeah,
um, I did miss out on the women's three way because of my own timing. That's nobody's fault but my own. So but that's a watch. But that sounded like it kicked a lot of ass. So like this was a decent to good show, and then that ending just like.
Yeah.
They ended both nights of WrestleMania on downers, on downer
After
endings.
mostly ups for most of the night, like on both
Like,
nights.
I get what they did last year. Last year was executed really well. You have the heels go over on the first night to set more stakes, to establish higher stakes for the next night's main event. And then you have the babyface go over.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Was really well received and for good reason. But the year before that, they had the main event for night one was Sammy and Kevin winning the tag belts. Incredible feel good moment, which was mitigated the next night by when Cody didn't beat Roman the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, but you still have 1-1. Having the heels, the dastardly heels, come out on both nights kind of sucks. What's
Yeah.
the purpose of 2 nights if you're gonna give unsatisfactory endings both nights?
Yeah. Nobody gets sent home
That
happy on either night.
sucks.
Yeah, that's like
That
shitty.
sucks.
That's shitty. It's shitty. Oh well.
Oh, we're telling
What's the best
stories.
part
No, you're
of,
supposed to be ending stories.
right? Well, we'll see how it turns out on Raw, and of course, we'll cover it next week on the show.
Yeah,
But thankfully,
should be
before we take,
interesting. Raw the night after.
yeah, thankfully though, before we take our break, and I mean, we might see Aleister Black and Rusev and a bunch of people show up.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. But
and maybe they'll be motivated to actually work this time.
yeah, but thankfully, what we have before we take our season break for June is a wonderful palate cleanser that is shaping up to be already a pretty good show in Double or Nothing. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that one. I was looking forward to WrestleMania, and for the most part, I had fun with it. I'm not trying to be a downer on it, but it did end on a downer note on both nights, and I don't really like that. And Adam's right here. Like, I really don't. I'm not really into being sent home unhappy both nights of WrestleMania. Like, if you're gonna make me sit through 2 nights of it, like at least send me home happy one night. Now I'm sure like super Seth Rollins fans who hate CM Punk, they're reveling in night one. But that's not me. So I'm I might
I
be
mean, you
closer
have
to
to.
the average fan
Yeah,
of
you
WWE. In that I don't
you
feel like I
have to
felt good.
read though that as a major heel turn though. That's the
Yeah,
deal.
with Paul
That's
Heyman.
that's
Yeah. It's
yeah.
more of a Heyman
That's
heel
code.
turn than a Seth heel turn, though, I feel like.
Yeah, but because he's aligning with somebody in the process by association, that makes the person
Yeah.
that he's aligning himself with also a heel.
Seth's better as a heel anyway.
Oh, he absolutely is.
So
I hate that stupid laugh of his. It gets
I
under
do
my
too.
skin.
Yeah. Like I hate when people cheer him because he's like, and Space Gargamel and
Yeah.
whatever, and I don't like the
Yeah.
guy. But now he's a heel, and I can feel okay about not like. I don't have to be like, oh, great, here's a guy they want me to like, but I hate him. And now I can be
At
like,
least
okay,
you're
cool, I
not
don't
alone
like
in,
him.
in booing him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the thing. It's that's why you turn people when they're already against it. That's why Die Rocky Die needed to have Rocky Maivia turn heel,
yeah,
is so that people who cheered him now could boo him and be with the rest of everybody.
yeah,
They didn't have to feel alone and alienated simply for feeling the way that the company was trying to get them to
to feel,
react.
yeah.
Like you
Don't have
try
to
and
feel
get as
bad for
many
being
people on the
victims of the
same
work.
page as possible.
Yeah. But like, so I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna give WrestleMania like an overall bad rating because really, like, the wrestling on night one was pretty good. The match, the triple threat at the end of the night was good. The ending was kind of a down note, and the ending tonight was kind of a down note. But also, before both of those instances, there was a night of pretty good wrestling. I mean, I enjoyed that four-way match. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the women's tag match um, from tonight. I'm sure when I go back and rewatch the women's triple threat, I'll enjoy that too.
Yeah, I'm
So,
sure that it probably kicked so much ass. Like
but
those three women, come on, it had to.
yeah, but
Unless they
like
were booked into a corner.
I thought it was a good show overall. But it did end on a down note both nights, and I don't really like that at all. I'm not really into being sent home unhappy, especially after 8 hours. Like we got to sit through 8 hours. Like, and if you watch the pre-show, if you watched both days of pre-show and the whole show and the presser, That's
That's two entire days worth of your time
16
gone.
that would have been 16 hours in the last 2 days. Plus
That's two work days.
SmackDown and Stand and Deliver would have added another like 5 hours to it. So 21 hours over the last 3 days if you really
I ain't
got it.
20.
And if
I
you
ain't
did,
25 anymore. I can't do
yeah.
any of it. I
If
can't
you
do
did the
all
Hall
that.
of Fame, that's another 4 hours.
Ugh.
Like the only people who do that kind of that the only people who are doing that level of like participation in WWE during WrestleMania week are at the location. And I know that because
Yes.
the last time I had that much involvement in WrestleMania week, I was there and I
Yeah.
had tickets to all that shit and I went to
And
all of it
that's
and it was a
and that's something
fucking
you ramp
chore.
up for. You take the time, you designate, you get ready for it. You're like, okay, this is our schedule. We need to be alert and awake and ready. And here we
Mm-hmm.
go. And you're
Yeah.
ready for it. You've prepared mentally, sometimes physically, the whole deal.
Yeah.
When you're at home trying to fit this hobby of ours in between, in between the parts of our lives that we have no control over,
Mm-hmm.
in between work and being a parent and all this,
Yeah.
all this other stuff, our obligations.
Yeah.
Who the hell has time for all that?
No, not
I'm
me
not.
sitting at home. I didn't
I'm
like to
not
be
a
fair, I did not
part-time
watch
employee.
SmackDown this week.
I'm not a part-time employee living at my parents' place at 23 years old anymore. Like I can't
Yeah.
do that. I
Yeah.
can't do that.
And I'm
I
not talking
don't
bad
have
about anybody who is that person who is,
no,
consuming
no.
30 hours
Those
of
are
wrestling this weekend. And I know people who are doing even more. Like, I mean, there are people I know who went to WrestleMania who also went to all the like they did all that stuff I just mentioned, and they did
God
like the
bless them.
GCW stuff this weekend and the
Yeah, Effie's
TJPW
Gay
stuff and
Brunch,
like
and yeah, like
yeah, and
God bless them.
yeah, God
I
bless them for having
don't
that
have
kind
the
of
energy.
yeah, for having that
I
kind of
don't.
stamina. Um
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, I don't think the show overall was bad, but ending it like that 2 nights in a row, and
kind of brings it back down to
that
mid
main event
territory.
was I am of the same unfavorable opinion of this main event as I was about Mox and Co. I just
Yeah,
didn't enjoy it. I did not
yeah,
enjoy it. It just wasn't the level of competition that I've come to expect from either individual involved in the competition, and that happened with both matches. I expected
yeah.
a brisker pace, and I mean, I'm sorry. Okay, maybe C is
More
not super.
urgency
Yeah,
too.
more. Yeah, like I
Like they
felt
didn't.
like the champions weren't trying to defend their title that hard, and I felt like the challengers weren't trying to win them that hard. And
Yeah,
despite the
John
differing,
Cena should have been desperate to win
yeah,
that. This was going to be his last opportunity to break the record. He should have been desperate,
mm-hmm,
manic, pulling out what little hair he has left in order to make it work, doing everything possible to not only win, but to solidify this heel character that he has. And he did not seem
no,
at all bothered
no,
by any of that. And I know it's Big Match John, he's still the same guy, but like, no,
but
no, no,
no,
no.
he's not.
Circumstances create different reactions. Okay,
Yeah,
it would not be out of character for him to act that way given the circumstances.
yeah,
If you only get the one shot and he's kicking out of four AAs, please act more concerned.
right.
Like,
Like, oh, he kicked out of 4 A's, but I'm still gonna win. That's kind of how I felt like Cena
it's like,
felt. And
oh,
like,
geez, like, please sell us that there's some kind of hope. Like, no, and he just did not do that.
no,
Cody tried. I mean, for his sake, I don't want to put any of the negative of this main event on Cody. Cody did what he could.
mm,
Cody did what he could, given the circumstances. But like, you
yeah,
know, it. I don't know. I don't know if it was a John Cena decision. I don't know if it was whoever was agenting. I don't know if it was Triple H. I don't know who it was. Uh, but the decisions that were made in this match were they could have been a lot more interesting and better executed.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, but
It's like
I,
the ending was inevitable. Everybody knew Cena was winning. Could you at least make it interesting along the way?
yeah,
Like, if you have a foregone conclusion, at least try to tease us that it's not that foregone
yeah, it didn't. It seemed foregone even the whole like even when it seemed like Cody
the
might
whole
catch a
way.
win, I was still like, nah, he'll kick out here.
Nah,
You
yeah,
know, yeah, you just I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the way they did that. Other than that, though, I mean, I thought the show was really good.
yeah.
So,
They make a whole big deal about Noah making people believe. It's like I didn't believe crap. I didn't
yeah,
believe any of it.
yeah,
You know, I couldn't suspend my disbelief because they didn't try to. Well, Cena didn't try to make me suspend my disbelief.
yeah, yeah. I feel like Cody definitely should have been in more positions to win the match. Where,
Yeah,
yeah, where like maybe
he
he was
should
just
have been. He should not have been. This should not have been the average, and that's I think the best, probably kindest thing I can say about this is it was average. It was average WWE style match with the
yeah,
addition of a few extra finishers thrown in, but it was the good guy battles from underneath the almost the whole match, and
hmm
then you know either wins in the end through the power of his own virtue, or he succumbs to the evil machinations of the dastardly heel. The problem with it is this story did not call for that narrative. It called for the paranoid, desperate heel on his last legs, on his last chance, to be faced with an opponent he could not beat, that he realized that he could not beat cleanly. And so, therefore, that should have provided the motivation for him to cheat in the first place, for
yeah,
him to get increasingly desperate. Like that was the match that needed to be told. That was the story that needed to be told. That was not what was here. What we
mm,
saw here was any one of Hulk Hogan's main event matches with whenever he got screwed in the end.
yeah,
That's all that was.
yeah, yeah. I said it was feeling real Hogan-y, and yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
It, it
Uh,
was it was old school WWE and not in a way that's complimentary.
yeah. Uh, it's unfortunate the way it ended, but yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
kudos to
mean,
everybody else. I mean, pretty much except for the women's world championship, every other title changed hands that was defended on this show. So,
yeah,
congrats, Io
people love
Sky,
to
being
see
the
title
only
changes.
person to retain at WrestleMania.
I think that she may be like Asuka has a terrible record at WrestleMania. She's not won a single match at WrestleMania.
Mm.
Do you think that Io Sky winning here actually makes her the first Japanese woman to actually win at WrestleMania?
She might be, and I would say definitely the only one to retain a title at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And but
I
yeah,
mean, I
for
don't know
sure,
how many I don't
probably
know how
the
many times Kyrie has been on,
yeah, I don't know.
but
I'd have to look to narrow it down to just the three of them, pretty much, and a couple others that have appeared on
yeah,
WrestleManias throughout the years, like Bull. But
yeah,
I imagine it's not. I imagine their records aren't very good at WrestleMania.
no, probably not.
Just based on what I know about Vince. Uh, but yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it was all right. I'm looking forward to. I bet I'll get a kick out of Raw more than I got out of tonight's WrestleMania, really. But
yeah.
and I kind of am. I'm really interested to see where the IC title picture and the Judgment Day go. Like, congrats to WWE. You maybe want to know what happens with the Judgment Day now.
That's a victory for them in and of itself.
That has to be a victory because I've been
Yeah,
talking since we started this
fair play.
podcast about how I hate that whole
Fair play
storyline.
WWE.
Yeah, fair play WWE for roping me back into something that I hate. Um, so, but yeah, other than that, I think the matches were pretty good, except for that last one. Even comparative to like the previous night's main event, it was that last minute it just wasn't good. But everything else was all right, and I don't think any of that's a hot take. I think we're pretty
No,
spot on with
we're,
probably how
we're
everybody's going to
pretty
feel about it.
probably. I can't
Yeah,
imagine that there's too much controversy to be taken from this show,
Yeah.
except maybe Io Sky winning.
Yeah.
I
My
think
biggest
because I think that was a surprise.
yeah.
I
I
don't
think
think
one of my
anybody.
biggest questions coming out of WrestleMania is going to be where the hell was The Rock?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you're on the board of the company and you
Oh,
couldn't be bothered? Like, what?
that reminds me of the other good thing that happened. You did not see who we did
Oh,
not see.
yes. Yes. We did not see He Who
We did not see the
Shall
Nazi.
Remain Small Handed. Um, yeah, we didn't see that jerk off. And they only trotted out like one, like,
Yeah,
douchebag pretty much. And
I
it was and it was just
yeah,
showing him in the crowd. Like, they didn't actually trot him out. So,
yeah. I will
um,
say it's getting increasingly difficult to justify doing this.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I imagine that probably within the next 3 months, something is going to push it over the edge, and we'll just wind up being an AEW
Look me in
show.
my look balls when I say that if Logan Paul wins a goddamn world championship, I'm out.
Yeah,
Despite he may be talented enough and deserve it at some point, I'm still like, look me in my face when
I
I
could
say if
see
they
him
make
beating
that mother,
Jay.
that'd be it.
I could see him beating Jay.
And that'll be the last match I watch at WWE. And we will be an
Uh,
AEW podcast from then on. And I have threatened that many a time, but trust me, there is a line and they will eventually cross it, I'm sure.
there are
I
several options with where that line is. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a bunch of lines.
yeah,
It's like a bunch of conditional lines that are all in one spot, and if they cross any one of them at any time, that's it.
yeah.
That's it for me. I can't defend it anymore, and I'm not
And
really defending any of the shit they do. It's indefensible some of the shit
no,
they do. I'm just a
yeah, we're
wrestling
real
fan.
close to that line. We're
Yeah.
real
Oh
close
yeah,
to
we're
that
close.
line.
Yeah. The doomsday clock says it is 2 minutes to midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'm sure, and I'm sure that it's gonna happen eventually. But I am going to try to enjoy as much wrestling as I can up until that point
yeah,
because the two most accessible companies to me are the two that we talk about here on this show. And
yeah,
I like to watch as much wrestling as I can, so here we are. I watch WWE too. But yeah, I'm sure they're going to cross that line eventually. They didn't do it tonight. I kind of expected them to, but we didn't have to
yeah.
enact any of our contingency plans. So, I mean, watch the dickhead show up tomorrow. Um,
Oh yeah, oh
so
yeah,
I mean, we'll see. We will see how it turns out, um, but yeah, there's a few things that they could do at this point still that I would be like, all right, I'm done. I'm just don't. I'm not interested. But um, we will still be here doing the show because we like AEW too. So,
yeah, 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 for
but
sure.
with that said, WrestleMania was pretty good, and yeah, I hope all you guys stay safe and thanks for listening and thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And we hope you enjoy listening to us with your rewatch and all that good stuff. Catch
Yeah.
us next week for a normal episode. I believe another one the week after that, and I think the week after that is Double or Nothing. Is it 3 or 4 weeks
Ooh.
from now? I Double
I
or
don't
Nothing's
know. Let
pretty
me look it up
close.
real quickly. Um, that is May 25th.
Okay, so
Is
we'll probably have like
Yeah,
3 regular episodes, and then we'll do our Double or Nothing watch along, and then that will be our season finale for season
yeah.
2.
So that's let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks from now is Double or Nothing.
Okay, yeah. So we got 5 more episodes left. So we will have 4 normal episodes and then our Double or Nothing watch along, which we may, if we are able to, we may try to do that live. We'll
Yeah,
do a live season
we kind of have
finale
to
and have
figure it
that.
out.
We'll have to figure it out. If we can't figure it out, we'll just do it the way we're doing now. But
Yeah,
otherwise, we'll try. Um, but we're parents and stuff, so. But yeah, thanks everybody for listening and take care of yourself. We love you. See you next week.
peace.
Peace.
If you're wondering where else you can find the Smark Foundation podcast, you can stream our show on Pandora, Spotify, and nearly anywhere else you normally stream your podcasts from, including our home at rss.com. We're also on YouTube, featuring not only full episodes of our show, but individual segments from each episode for easier content digestion. For any of those outlets, just type Smark Foundation Podcast into the search bar to find us. If you'd like to interact with us directly, we're very active on our new social media home, Blue Sky. You can contact the show at smarkfndnpodcast.bsky.social for general pro wrestling or podcast comments. And if you want to get to know us each a little bit more on a personal level, Aaron's personal account is at aaronsmark.bsky.social, and Adam's is at adamsmarkfndnpodcast.bsky.social. If you'd like to further support our show, you can visit our shop at smarkfoundationpodcast.printful.me to purchase various merchandise with our show's logo on it. Wear your SFP t-shirt or hoodie around town and spread the word about the show that strives to bring fans together around what's great about pro wrestling today, brought to you by a couple of everyday elder millennial wrestling fan dads. Now back to the show.